All right, guys, welcome to game number 2 of 3 that we are calling today in this Saturday triple header. We just got done with the Big 12 championship. Arizona State beating Iowa State to go to the playoff. And now it is time for the game between those two teams below me right there. Georgia against Texas. A lot on the line here. Both these teams guaranteed to make the playoff. But winner of this game gets a bye. And maybe the number 1 seed, depending on what happens tonight in the Big 10 championship. More so regarding Texas getting a number 1 seed. Georgia, probably nothing they can do to get a 1 seed, but you never know. You never know. With it being said, guys, welcome to this stream. My name is Jared Goodnap. You know what I'm live stream for. How it works like this, fire with a chat with any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Adrian, to get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see this game over on ABC. If we hit the stretch goal, I'll go live for the rankings tomorrow at 11:30. Also, every donation counts toward you make the call. Again, how many decide which game we're calling for college basketball? December 10th, Tuesday. Miami, Tennessee, NDSU Butler, or UMBC against Cairn, a non-D1 school against a D1 school. Which game are we calling? If you are a member, you can show us for either one of those teams using those emojis in the chat. We do have the Texas logo and the Georgia logo. Last time these teams met, Georgia won 30-15. I'm glad this is not an 8 p.m. overtime game. Yeah, my voice box also is very thankful that it is not going to go 8 overtimes tonight. I did it with bronchitis too. It's still bronchitis, but I did it during the height of my bronchitis. I don't know how I pulled that off. It's one of the dumbest things I ever did. One of the dumbest things I ever did. Does anyone believe Carson Beck will be cursed for work in the playoffs December 21st? I'll put it this way. Indiana's one game that they played a playoff team, they got shellacked. So, if Beck holds on to the ball, I could see Georgia being Indiana. Yeah, ASU looked really good. He looked really good. Big 12 commish announced the ASU puncher ticket to Tempe. Think bigger. Think bigger. Puncher ticket to the Fiesta Bowl. My thoughts in advance of the Jags have a 30-day schedule the rest of the way. Yeah, they do. They play the Titans twice, the Jets, the Raiders, and the Colts. The path is open. Problem is that Mac Jones and everything is terrible right now. Am I streaming the Bahamas Bowl? I am potentially. We're going to see on that. I think I am. Will Reichard activate off injured reserve for the Vikings? John Parker Romo has been waived. I've owned that poll. Who do you think wins this game? 60% around with Texas to avenge their one loss to Georgia earlier this season. Jacks had a chance to be the Texans, knock them down a notch, shrink their big heads, but instead, cheap shot by the Texans ruined those designs. It did. It did. My local retro game store gave me the manual and cover for NCAA Baseball 06. I love the manual. I love those, get guides. I love those gaming guides. I don't know why we got rid of those. I don't know why on earth we stopped making those printed guides. They were so good. I used to read those like crazy. To see all the maps and see all the worlds laid out. Just see like all the worlds laid out. I thought really, really good. Really good. Eros get Spanish for Arch. I'm gonna say fiction. Hope this doesn't disappoint. Hopefully it does not either. Hopefully it does not. Thank you again for tuning in. Again, we hit that stretch goal. I will stream the rankings tomorrow at 11:30. Otherwise, I'll just go live at 12. Can you imagine Atlanta signing Romo? Not be a bad option for Baltimore. If Tucker has another bad game, if Tucker has another stinker, I think if you're John Parker Romo, you wait for Baltimore to call your name. Atlanta, I think they're going to stay with Koo. But if you're Baltimore and Tucker has another stinker, Romo is available. It's not a bad option. Prediction for this game? I got Georgia. I'm not really crazy about Euros right now. Vikings tomorrow play the Falcons. Oddly enough. Vikings play the Falcons. Obviously the Ravens don't play this week, but if I'm John Parker Romo, I'm waiting a week. I think wait till the Giants game is done. If that happens, get ready. Yeah, Mike's for the Falcons. NFL team experience a late season collapse right now. Ooh. I would have said the Texans. Ravens to some extent? But at least you can say the Commanders. I think the Commanders are experiencing a collapse right now. They have not looked good as of late. Yeah, they beat the Titans, but the Titans are a bad team. They'll probably beat us. Like we're terrible too. So I don't know why Smith has not been signed by anyone. It will never make sense to me that Smith has not been signed. It will never make sense that Smith has not been signed. Falcons, I'm not even sure it's a collapse. They're just not a good team. Bears, ours, I'm going to pick versus Mr. Relevant. That it is. That it is. I'm going to close the poll here. 58% of you riding with Texas to avenge their loss. It's funny. This is actually the same exact score bug I used last time. I just changed the records. It's the same exact bug. First time I can ever do that. Thoughts on Belichick ending up in Chapel Hill? He's looking out for his son, which I get. I don't think he'd be any good in college just because recruiting would kill him. Having said that, he's looking out for his son. Tubby Smith did the same thing at High Point. I get it. Wicked team won't be that good. Everything will be pretty much decided. You never know. NFC West is still up in the air. How are Georgia away? Because they have a worse record. That's why. Worse record. Can Fox or CBS push the game for 4-1? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Don't know a whole lot about the situation. Don't know a whole lot there. Falcons need regime change after the season. Yeah, Raheem Morris is not the guy. Falcons lose and Bucks win. Bucks retake the lead. Yeah, Bucks are playing better. They're getting healthier now. You know, both these teams are making it either way in the playoff. There's no debate on that. Georgia would have been up in the air if they lost to Georgia Tech. If Georgia lost to GT, it'll be very interesting. But Georgia's a lock. Texas is a lock. Whoever wins gets to play Indiana. Whoever wins gets a bye. Whoever's getting a bye. So we'll see. Texas getting the ball to start. Let's get this one underway at Mercedes-Benz. Georgia started the season here. They're going to play another game here. Why not? Kickoff return to the 11-yard line. A bad return there. And a good start for the Dogs as the Longhorns start inside the 11. So Allison Quinn Ewers out there. Last time against Georgia did not look good. Got benched at one point during the game. No points in the first half. Was 25-43, 211 yards. Last week against A&M, 17 for 28, one pick, one touchdown. A bad pick. It was a pick 6. A Wagner after several weeks. Oh, that stinks. This is a home game for the Bulldogs. It is. Out route. Gain a 6 on the play. Catch there by Matthew Golden. Golden last week leading receiver with 73 yards. Enters this game with now his 40th catch of the season. 2nd and 4. Last time these teams met, Golden had 77 yards receiving on 3 catches. 2nd and 4. Play action. Slant. Tipped. And caught somehow. And then loses the ball. Wild sequence. Ewers falls on it. Back at the 14-yard line. Bizarre sequence there. Pass is tipped, caught, fumbled, and then Ewers falls on it for a loss of 3. 3rd and 7. Tipped on the play by Mikael Williams. And then it was bobbled by Golden after he caught it. Did he ever have control of this ball? Let's see. No, he never had control. He never had control. I think they're not going to review it. I mean, he never had control of that ball. That seemed, on the replay, that seemed like it's worth a second look. I don't think he had a control. I'm going to say incomplete pass on that one. Yeah, there's no way that's control. Thoughts on HBCUs? I got no problem with them. Obviously, a lot of great educators, a lot of great scholars come from HBCUs. I mean, you get a good education there. You get a great education there. Catch, yes or no? I don't think he ever made a football move. He never had control. He's trying to tuck that in. He was bobbling it the whole way. I don't think. Yeah, the panic pick was a panic pick. which made no sense to me, because then why on earth would you give Cousins a 4-year deal with not really an opt-out? Before Texas fans start stuff on the field again. I'm going to close the poll here again. 90% of you think that's not a catch. I don't think it's a catch either. And it is not a catch. 3rd and 4, move it up to the 17-yard line. They'll reset the clock. They got to reset the clock to where it stopped. You would think. Why is the clock... Wait, why is the clock still 13:53? The clock should reset. Clock should reset because 20 seconds came off the clock on a play that was incomplete where the clock should have stopped. The clock should reset. It's not going to. Oh, we're going to have a good day officiating was. The clock is now running. Why is... Now, why 2 seconds off? Okay, we're off to a good start officiating wise. It was looking, slam pass, called the 25-30, some space to the 35-yard line, down to the 39. Gain a 22 on the play. And a first down. Crow route caught the 50. Some space to the 45. Down to the 42-yard line. It's Golden once again. Golden on that one. Every championship should be neutral ground. I think it depends. For like the big conferences, yes. Big conferences, yes. The smaller ones, travel-wise, I'm not sure it makes a lot of sense. Ball at the 42. Play action. Ewers looking. Pressured. Gonna have to take off and run. Gonna get sacked on the play, though. Lost up on the play. It is Jalen Walker. We'll be hearing his name on Sundays. He's probably a first-round pick. Walker getting credit for the sack. Walker getting what is his team-high 6.5 sack of the season. 2nd and 11. Second and 11. The handoff, first run of the day. We'll pick about 2 yards there for Weiser. Last time, Weiser 186 yards against A&M. Ran the ball pretty well. Held in check, though, when they met earlier this season. 52 yards on 3.5 yards a carry. Texas that game, 1.1 yards per carry. That was it in that loss to Georgia. Going to have to do a much better job establishing the run. They're going to win this one. Yeah, Texas just made tickets to Georgia. They do. They do. But a lot of fans probably sold them. 3rd and 9. Quinn looking. Comeback route. Incomplete. Intercepted on the play. Flag on the play as it stands. Picked off by Daniel Harris. We'll see what the call is here. Let's check the call. I mean, something with a game like this, like, why travel if you're a Texas fan knowing that you're going to be in the playoff? Like, if you know you're going to be in the playoff, why travel for a game like this? Illegal motion. Penalty will be declined, and Georgia's going to take over. Quinn Ewers starts the game with a pick. That one not necessarily his fault. Probably need a bit more zip on that one. But that one intended for Isaiah Bond got tipped. Let me double check if they have the right numbers. Yeah, it's 7 on 6. So, excuse me, it was actually Dalen Everett who got the pick there. Dalen Everett. It's not 7 on 7, it was 7 on 6. Everett gets his 2nd pick of the season, team high. Ball at the 32-yard line for Georgia to start. Their first drive, 33-yard line. Carson Beck. 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Etienne is playing today. A big addition for Georgia, having him back there. The first play is not going to go to him. It's going to be a tight end flat play to Ben Urasek, the graduate. 2nd and 8. Central Harry gives it down usually 12 days in advance. 12 days in advance. So we should know probably next week. 05 Texas, 22 Georgia. Give me Texas. Give me Texas. 2nd and 8. Actually, with that defense... Oh, no. 22 Georgia? Give me Georgia. I thought you meant 21. I'll take Georgia's defense. Screen pass. Caught down to the 42-yard line. Call it 3rd and 1. Arian Smith. Getting it there. Last time these teams met, Smith actually led the team with 6 catches. Only 32 yards on those catches. But... Smith, 2 catches, 14 yards last week. They go quickly. QB sneak. Needed a yard, and it looks like he's going to get the spot. Should have it for a 1st down. ASU has many one in Texas Cowboys. That they do. That they do. Well, Georgia and Texas use variations of Work on the Road as to fight alum songs. Makes sense. Makes sense. Do it on traditional folklore. Wasn't the best blocking there, too. Monroe Freeling. Very, very late off the jump. Very, very late reaction time there by Freeling. His get-off was not good. And they're not getting the 1st down. They're not going to get back the 1st down. So hang on a second. 4th and 1. They're going for it. They're going to say it was short. Back. So they're going to try to go with the hard count. They are for the moment. Are they going to punt the ball away? Or call a timeout? So Travis Etienne is the Jaguars. Trevor Etienne is his brother. Who the rest of the A1? Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer. No, Trevor Etienne is a Jaguars. Is Georgia. He's the brother of Travis Etienne, who is a Jaguar. Place $5 at AVG, winning Defensive Player of the Year at plus 20,000. You could cash out 17.24, making 3 times money doing nothing. I wouldn't cash out for $5. No. Is Ingram injured? Evan Ingram? Jags tight end? No. He got fined for the hit. No, he's playing. Georgia gonna punt this one away. They're not gonna take any chances. Gonna let the defense do their thing. Carson Beck gets drafted 1st round. No. What's the team panic picks? I don't think he's getting drafted 1st round. Now, if he has a good playoff, maybe. Like, he played very well against Georgia Tech. He plays like that the rest of the way. Different story, but right now, no. Punt here, fair catch at the 13-yard line. So they punt it on 4th and inches. Actually, they take the delay of game. So 4th and 6. Quinn Ewers coming out there at the 13-yard line when we get back. So no harm done, despite the interception last time. I would have gone for it there. Yeah, great song. Trevor and Travis ever switch places in the locker room? I don't know. I feel like everything's off his game lately. Well, he's got no quarterback throwing the ball. To him. He's playing fine. It's just no one's throwing the ball. If you like what you see, like, subscribe again. Any donation counts toward you make the call. $20 or more. Get your name on that gnome back there. And they count toward you make the call. Gonna help me decide which game we're doing on Tuesday night. Let's see what Jay Don's age would not have the band Rush. They would not. I love that Rush did the South Park for Tom Sawyer. They did the intro for that during one of their concerts. I love that so much. Like Alex up 2-0. Wow. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be another year without a title for the Red Bulls. Quinn Ewers has shown up today. So far, I mean, that throw was just... Oof. That throw was... Not a lot of arm strength there. Red Rama for 14 months. I appreciate it, man. As a Titans fan ready for the Tank Bowl matchup, I'm kind of hoping you guys win. I want to get the 1 pick. You know, at this point, we got nothing to play for. I mean, at this point, just want everyone to stay healthy, and I'm kind of hoping that Titans win. I really... To go 4-13 and then miss out on Travis Hunter, I'm just not crazy about that idea. We're going to start with TVs. Just this one. Keeping it simple for this one. Terry Tate, office linebacker. Hall of Famer for sure. For sure. Hall of Fame office employee. I want you to win. It's like the South Park episode. Both want the other team to win. I have to keep doing this. I just want to fast forward. Honestly, if I could just fast forward through these next 5 games, like I'm watching the next 5 because I I like am obligated to watch the Jaguars play. But man, I'm not looking forward to it. I don't think anyone is. I think we all just want the season to be done with. Like, this season's just been the worst season ever for the Jaguars. Like, it's going to be tough to top 2016, but they found a way. This season's just been brutal. Friend of mine back from Croatia, cold weather, offered taking Brazil one of his suitcases, said don't tempt him. Yeah, the weather difference is pretty stark. Pretty stark. All right. Two QBs are trying their hardest to hurt their own draft stock. Pretty much. Pretty much. Although Beck, I at least see with Beck some team being like, we could fix him. Quinn, I'm not crazy about. Quinn I've been crazy about since coming back from the injury. Beck, I could see, if he plays like against Georgia Tech, I see NFL quarterback in him. He's got to be more consistent. They faked the end right now. They're going to go to the near side, and Georgia not fooled one bit with all that motion and misdirection. It's a loss down to the 9-yard line. Brought down on the play by Raylan Wilson. Loss of 4 brings up 2nd and 14. And as a reminder, every donation counts for the call. Tonight we are doing the Big Ten Championship because you guys decided we're going to do that over the ACC. So your donations will also help decide which college basketball game we're calling on Tuesday night. 2nd and 14, tight end motion's over. They're going to run it again. This one going to blue. Blue, nothing doing. Wilson again on the stop alongside Warren Brinson. Brings up 3rd and 14. So back-to-back runs going nowhere. 3rd and long for Texas. Pick on the last drive. Last thing you want here is a 3 and out. Punting your own end zone. Watching me on the tablet, watching Blackhawk Jets on the TV. Nice. Jets look good this year. Jets look really good. 3rd and 14. Ball up in 9. Georgia's 6 in the box, 7 in the box now. Quinn takes a snap. They send 4. Quinn looking deep shot. Sideline open. Caught the 40, 45, 50. 45 down to the 43-yard line. Huge play there. Matthew Golden into plus territory. Just one-on-one coverage, and it's a gain of 48 yards. Safety couldn't get there in time. Malachi Starks can get there in time. Blew past Daniel Harris on the zone. Handoff there goes nowhere. They go quickly. Loss of 2. 2nd and 12. But Texas, at the very least, flips the field. Yeah, not technically eliminated for playoffs yet. Yep. You'll be on the beach for New Year's. Nice. Stop paying attention to MLS once FC Dallas became a thing to the Euro naming farce. I mean, DC United gets a pass. No, DC United... I feel like that's a real name. I feel like that's a real name. 2nd and 12. Look in middle of the field. Caught. First down the 25. Spinning down to the 22-yard line. They start to start their own 9-yard line, but they're just outside the red zone now. Isaiah Bond. He had a 22 and a first down. How's it going, Jackson? Welcome back. Texas just outside the red zone. Back-to-back completions by Quinn Ewers. Just a crosser. Floats it over the head of Raylan Wilson. No one on Bond. Most hate MLS Cup matchup. It's up there. It's up there. Pump fake on the screen. Quinn. Deep shot on the wheel. Overthrown. Flag on the play. It was overthrown. Tight end wheel on the screen. Gunnar Helm, the intended target. Quinn has to hit that play. Quinn has to hit that. Who's saying everybody wants you? Billy Squire. Billy Squire. Great song. It's in that karaoke before. That's a good song. Good song. And flag on the play here. A school called Colgate has already released their schedule for 26. Wow, that is early. Play went out of count. Pass interference on the offense. So back it up 10 yards. 15 yards, I should say, to the 37-yard line. Losers game plays Indiana? No. Not saying that. So I don't know who's going to lose this one. Texas loses their seed 7, then Georgia loses. Carson did not throw a pick yet. He did not. But if Texas loses, they're going to drop to the 5 seed. Or the 6 seed. Probably the 6 seed. Quinn, looking. Deep shot. End zone. Going for it all. Let him in stride perfectly, but that's great coverage on the play by Harris. Looking for Golden. 2nd and 25. And if Georgia loses, they're probably going to... They might be on the road. Georgia might be on the road. I don't know. Could have been PI there. Might have been a bit of a tug. Not going to call it. A good recovery speed, and Golden cannot hang on. 2nd and 25. Little A's mix of the bar last time. Patriots love it. Nice. Was that a bar they did a 90s R&B, 2000s R&B mix? Oh, man, that hit the spot. That hit the spot. 2nd and 25. Quinn looking. Screen pass behind the line. Caught, but Blue bottled up in the backfield. Walker. One of the best defensive prospects in this upcoming NFL draft. Makes the tackle behind the line for the loss of 2. Jet and Blue feeling blue on that one. 3rd and long. You figure you just want to get a couple of yards to get into field goal range. Probably not getting 27 on one play. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Helm in motion. They're just going to hand the ball off here. That's going to be a nice chunk play. They'll get them close to the red zone. Obviously, legs are shy of the sticks, but gain of 16. That's enough to make it a 40-yard field goal. And we'll send Auburn out to try this. He's 10 for 15 this season. This one from 41 yards out. He's 4 for 9 from 40 plus, but he's been money inside 40 this season. This is right on that edge. 41-yard try to give Texas the early lead. Again, didn't score in the first half last time these teams met, and they will score here as Auburn's 41-yard try is right down the middle. 5:19. So they go on the first. Drive start their own 9-yard line. Huge 3rd down play. Got him in that spot. 3-0 Longhorns. Those score are underrated. Rock Me Knights will kill them. Great sub, but the music video was just awful. How's it going, Lou? Welcome in. Welcome in. Texas win the rematch and then play a 3rd time. Winner take all neutral site. These guys are going to write a narrative. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Although would it be a neutral site? It probably might be just Sugar Bowl. Might just be Sugar Bowl. Do I follow hockey? Yes, I do follow hockey. I just, don't have a team. Don't know a whole lot about it. If I was up on a 4th and inches of the ASU 34, would Iowa State had a chance? Yeah, that set the tone. That really set the tone. Absolutely. That play set the tone. I wish I kept Metro Stars, brought back the Cosmos. Cosmos was never going to happen. The branding is just insane for that. There's so much litigation with that. Metro Stars should have kept them. Yeah, Metro Stars should have kept the Metro Stars. That name was iconic. That name was iconic. Yeah, that video ruined his career. And Kenny Ortega was the one who directed it, too. Kenny Ortega's the one who directed it. The High School Musical director. Oddly enough. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. Helps us out a ton on the channel. Got a fun day of football. Every single player on the tree. All right. Going top to bottom. I'm going to show you the tree. 3 on Long Island. That is pretty cold. Top to bottom. Lockett, Diggs, Rice, Allen, Brown, Namath, Aikman, Theismann, Peterson, Newton, Montana, Orr, Nelson, Gurley, Sherman, Ryan, Michelle, Sharp, Wilson, Connor, Cobb, Theismann, Smith, Favre, Minka, Clay Matthews. Marshall, Louisiana. I'm going to take Louisiana in that one. So to play on the road, they lose because it's so cold out. And they do not win games when it's minus 32. 32 or less. Only European thing MLS should do is promo and relegation. When you get the infrastructure, at some point they'll probably do it. It'll be a closed system, so you're not going to have just random club teams getting in. But a closed system I could see. Who do I think wins this one? I have Georgia winning this one. But Texas up 3-0 to start. Basically, there's 2 very good teams. There's a reason I do not really like living in New York. It's dark out right now, probably. Probably getting dark out right around this time. Usually we're like 4:40 the sun sets around this time of year. And it's freezing cold. Don't like that. Florida versus Long Island. Score prediction for that week 1 next year. Florida 49, Long Island 3. All right, kickoff here. Georgia, 3 and out last drive. Decided not to go for on 4th and inches. Decided not to be aggressive there and try a QB sneak. And last time these teams met, Georgia won 30-15, went on the road. This one, technically a neutral site game, but in Atlanta, I think we all know who the home team is here. So Georgia, this is basically their second home. They play the same, it seems like 5 times a year at this point. Kickoff. Touchback. Georgia gets set to 25. Give this game over on ABC if you want to watch. Again, if you like what you see, like and subscribe to the channel a ton. And in order to get your question right away, we have 62 people watching right now. Appreciate you guys a ton. We are live for all the college football games. We're live for the Big Ten Championship tonight. Playoff rankings at 12 o'clock tomorrow, but 11:30 I'll go live if we hit that stretch goal of 5 super chats of $10 or more, or one person donates 50. I'll go live right away at 11:30 for that. We do college basketball in here. We do NFL. We do a lot of stuff. But every video is about the NFL. You haven't seen today's video, go check that out. First give of the day to ETN. He's going to lose 2 yards. ETN's been nagging an injury lately, but he is back in action. That 1-2 punch of him and Frazier, a chance to really light things up. ETN, 87 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground last time these teams met. Having back in the lineup is big, but obviously not a great run to start things off. Michael Taffy on the stop. 2nd and 12. Repeated. That should be PI on the play, and it will be. Malik Muhammad getting called for the foul. Bit of contact past 5 yards. Can't do that. I did see the comments of Alshire. Commenters fitting his clown for saying anything apart from apologize after the helpful decision. Yeah, he's an idiot. He's dangerous, too. He's dangerous. How come I never came in Islanders fans despite them being the main Long Island sports team? So, I was never big on any of the New York teams. I never wanted to be like a New York sports fan. The other thing is that the lockout kind of killed my interest at the time. And the other thing is that the Coliseum is a dump. Well, now it's not, but it was a dump. ETN going to break 1 tackle, but then cannot break the second. Loss of 4 on the play. Brought down there in the backfield by Anthony Hill Jr. 2 carries for ETN, minus 6 yards. Like, do I want to go to games at the Coliseum? The Coliseum is a dump. Or it was back then. Tiny concourses, pain in the butt to, I mean, the seats were uncomfortable. It had a disco ball for crying out loud. I mean, it was awful. It was awful. 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Then they moved to Brooklyn. It's like, okay, well, now it's even further away from me. By the time they moved back to Long Island, I'm back in Arizona. Back, pressured, has to get rid of it. I'm not sure if the knee was down on the play. The knee might have been down before he got rid of the ball. Flag there, though. There is a flag. They might get roughing the pass. Might touch him in the head. We're going to see what the call is here. A lot to sort out. Alabama looks over at the college football playoff. Look, I agree with you. I think Scar should be in over them. I think Scar should be in over Bama. 2-1 now. Rebels came back. Ooh. Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense. And intentional grounding. Fouls offset, replay the down. Now, what's interesting about this, oddly enough, was the knee down? If the knee was down, there was no grounding. No, the knee was not down. They got him in the head area. That's one of those where I don't think. That one you can't blame the defender for. What's he supposed to do? He didn't even try to target the guy. Was like, that one I don't think was roughing. That one what is he supposed to do? Swing pass out of bounds on the 41. Like, I don't know what more the defender can do in that spot. The quarterback was not down yet when he got hit. He had not let go of the ball yet when he was hit. The quarterback was not, like, it wasn't targeting, wasn't upper body. If it was upper body, the guy was standing upright as he was going down. Like, that's one of those, I don't like those calls. I don't like those calls. 3rd and 9, ball at the 40-yard line. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Beck takes a snap. They're going to send 5. Back, quick slam pass, caught, now dropped. Dylan Bell, the intended target, would have been shy of the 6 anyway. Doesn't matter, regardless of what I think, because it's 4th down. They're going to have to pump this one away. Back-to-back drives for the Dogs, not crossing midfield. Again, Georgia, not a good first-half team this year. We've seen them many times. Again, they were down 17-0 last time against Georgia Tech. So the roughing call doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, Michigan, Nebraska ending. Oh, yeah. 4th and 9. Punting it away at the 40-yard line. Spreading the guys out wide on this punt. Brett Thorson for the 2nd time today. Got him inside the 20 last time. This is another... I would say got him inside the 20, but we'll go into the end zone for a touchback. 59-yard punt, 39 yards of net. Texas ball to 20 when we get back. 2:46. Longhorns got a field goal last time and see what they can do on this drive when we get back. And if you like what you see, like and subscribe to the channel ton. If you like betting on the games, go to oddsjam.com. Use my code JG9. Get 25% off. Thoughts on Keon Coleman? Not a lot of separation. I don't like the way he creates separation. It's not a lot. Flight would have been on Dallas is delayed. Meanwhile, where I'm now, I'm the only person around me watching the MLS Cup. I have at least 2 hours here. Told you. Told you that was the right call. Told you that was the right call. That's why you don't chance it. At least it's local. Like Detroit, Indy, you got time. Detroit, Indy, you got time. Makes sense. Ever thought of reversing my name to Gator Jaguar? No. It wouldn't. It doesn't really flow off the tongue. GJ9 instead of JG9. It doesn't really flow off the tongue. Mike's getting out. Try refreshing. Sometimes that helps. We had an issue with that last time, and once people refreshed, they were fine. Became an NHL fan again after the Blackhawks finally showed games on local TV. Yeah, it was only a thing like 15 years ago. It wasn't like, I don't know why they thought it was going to like hinder attendance, which is crazy to me because we know that's not true anymore. It was true back in the day, but nowadays it's not really that true. As a Michigan fan, I'm never rooting for the Big Ten because most of the teams that are in the conference I hate. Yeah, so here's the thing we're rooting for conferences. Here's the thing. Smaller conferences, yes. Smaller conferences, you have to root for those teams in the conference because it helps you out long term. Like if a team in your conference in basketball does well, it shows, oh, wait a second, this conference might be good. Maybe they deserve maybe they deserve a second chance or an at-large team and whatnot. A higher seed next time. SEC or Big Ten? Screw that. Screw that. I don't think the rest of the game went on the game. I mean, it was an obvious PI. The roughing call was bad. I'll give you that. I think the rest was just incompetent as it is. Look, there was a play earlier where they called it... They ran the clock on an incomplete pass. They didn't reset the clock. Arch trending on X. I mean, yours is played fine right now. Way too early for that. Way too early. As an honestly, I have to agree with the Michigan guy, not sure for Illinois or Northwestern. Oh, no, I don't blame you on that. Look, here's the thing. If you're in a big conference, screw that. If you're in a big conference, SEC or Big Ten, screw that. You root for teams in your conference if it's a smaller conference. Like, I'll put it this way. If you're in the Atlantic 10 for basketball, Atlantic 10, you want the teams in the A-10 to do well because that shows the committee, oh, the A-10 is a good conference. Maybe next year we can keep the number of at-larges or we can increase the at-larges and we'll give weight to certain teams. It helps you out. But if you're in a power conference where we all know SEC and Big Ten are going to be just fine regardless, no, not at all. Not at all. Not in the slightest bit. First down to 20. Motion out wide, hand off at the middle. To the 25-yard line. Again, last time these teams met just 1.1 yards per carry for the Longhorns. Stark difference from their 5.2 yards per carry last week against A&M. That's 17-7 win, the renewed rivalry. Even so, I should around 57 minutes for a rival kickoff. Yeah, the game's not going to start till probably like 8:15. So you should be okay. 2nd and 5. Tight end motions. Juan Davis going to hand it off. Going to break one tackle. Weisner down to the 30. Still on his feet down to the 35-yard line. Gain of 10 yards on the play. Good enough for a first down. 2 runs, 15 yards on this drive so far. He thought it was unfair for season ticket holders, which is insanity to me. It's insane. Like back in the 70s, you could say, ABC wants Archer to play. Way too early. Way too early. Smaller conferences root for each other. Teams can help make them bigger. Exactly. Exactly. Helps the conference out long term. And you get more money, too. Edwards, pressure, sacked on the play. Someone holds on to the ball. Loss of 8, though. Brought in by Chaz Chambliss. Chambliss getting credit for his 6.5 sack of the season, tied for the team high alongside Walker. 2nd sack of the game already for Georgia. I'll put it this way. You make a deep run in the conference, in the tournament, every team in the conference gets money. So, benefits you. Benefits you tremendously. That $100,000 you get could go a long way if you're a smaller school. Second 17. Handoff up the middle. When you get anything back on that one, and we'll get about, I don't know, say 2 yards. That's a 30-yard line, 3rd and 15. Well, I'll put it this way. Like, let's say a conference, let's say the committee in college basketball decides, okay, we're gonna let an at-large in from this conference. We usually don't. We're gonna let an at-large in from this conference. Let's say it's like the SoCon. We're gonna let 2 teams in from the SoCon. If you have 2 teams in the SoCon and they both get blown out by 40 in the first round, well, that's never happening again. We never let an at-large in again. But if they do well, it's like, you know what? We may let more at-larges in. Yeah. 3rd and 14. Quinn Ewers throws on the run. Deep shot. And that is a diving grab. Caught the 35-yard line over the hands of Daniel Harris. Another big 3rd down conversion for Texas. Matthew Golden on the grab. Gain of 33 and a first down. What a throw there. What a grab. Golden. That turn and go. Turn around. What a move. Over the hands of Everett. Or excuse me, over the hands of Harris, I should say. I'll take it to the end of the quarter. You know, but if you're in a bigger conference, it does not matter. Like, the Big South, I'll always root for the Big South teams. Because you kind of have to. Should the NFL do what college football does in place so you play divisional games, and then after that each team can schedule whenever? What? Wait. They don't make their own schedules. You want NFL teams to make their own schedules? That would be terrible. That would be a disaster. How are you going to get 8 home, 8 away, or 9 away, whatnot, and do all that, and make it very well balanced and everything? Who would want to schedule the Chiefs? Who on earth would want to schedule the Chiefs? That smart guy, a member now. Appreciate you, man. Which game do you want for me to call? Because you are now a new member, so that gets you the ability to, your $5 will go to somewhere. At large is if you don't win your conference, but you get in. Appreciate you, man. Which game do you want? As a member, you get a lot of cool perks. Your name, members will like your name streams. And you can use emojis in the chat. Like the Georgia logo and the Texas logo. Appreciate you. Yeah, Bama could be eliminated from playoff contention if they... If SMU loses close. But I don't know how the committee is going to look at it. They should, in theory, Bama should have no business being in. Can pick who you have the membership to? No. You bought a membership. You bought a membership. If you gift a membership, those $5 also count toward Miami. If you gift one, it's random. I wish it was you could choose. But it's completely random with someone in the chat right now. It's completely random who gets gifted one. Well, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for joining the fam. And again, members only Q&A stream. We'll find a time for that late December. Start listening to me more for schedule purposes. Yep. I told you. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing with that. I told you. That was the play. If you didn't care about the games, you want to get to 2, MAC and Big Ten. That was the play. and simply wants ratings. Bama equals ratings. That is true. Look, Bama getting it with 3 losses, I don't hate if SMU wins. I'd rather have Scar. Completely random. No, it is completely random. We've done it before. I wish. Believe me, I wish. I would have given you a membership like a year ago. Are you kidding me? I would have given you a membership a year ago. Yeah, Bama 4 losses, I have no shot. I agree with you on that. Bama should not... Look, Bama should not be in as it is. I think Scar's better. I think Scar's a better resume. You can make a case for Ole Miss. I mean, I really am not crazy about that. Do I have much Madness? Just any sport. Any sport in college. Yeah, Hawkfish was a massive failure. I have to do a video at some point. That'd be the one time I do a video on something that's not NFL related on the channel would be the Olympic 92 disaster. That'd be the one time. If I was ever to do a video on something that was not NFL related on GG9, it'll be that. Swing pass, caught behind the line, down to the 32-yard line. Called a gain of 5 on the play. Most of you riding with Texas. Most of you riding with the Longhorns. Was Kirby on the field? Wait a second. Was Kirby on the field when he made that grab? He's not allowed to be on that spot. That should be a penalty on Georgia. Pitch play here. First down the 20 to the 15 to the 13-yard line. Weiser on the grab. There's a flag on the play. We think it's in the area of face mask. Because his head kind of tilted around. So move it up. First and goal for the Longhorns. When the bowl schedule comes out, we're going to ask how you schedule it. Well, quarterfinals won't be a problem because December 31st. One of the games is December 31st, and the other one, the 3 are on January 1st. No, it's going to be holding. And personal foul face mask. So they should offset. So redo the down. Well, bowl schedule we know. We know the bowl schedule already. Like, we know the kickoff times. So that one's easy. Fiesta Bowl's at 7:30. Peach Bowl's at 1 on Wednesday. Then Rose Bowl and then Sugar Bowl. So that one's easy. You can... I mean, personally for me, what I would do is Fiesta Bowl then Rose Bowl. I would do that. 2nd and 5. Slam pass. Off the hands of his intended target, DeAndre Moore. Looking for his first score of the day. Brings up 3rd and 5. Yeah, that one's actually pretty easy. Blackhawks won the worst run teams to Bill Wirtz. Yep. Oh, yeah. And they won a few titles. Do you ever change so that is at random? I would hope so. I would hope so. But I doubt it. Yeah, I mean, the easy one for me on that one, if I'm going with you could go to 2 quarterfinal games, Vasty. Easy. Fiesta Bowl. And then either Rose... And then I would do Rose Bowl. 3rd and 5. Out route. Caught. Shy of the sticks of the 18-yard line. We'll see if they go for it here. 4th and 1. Because their flights from Phoenix to LA, they're like hour flights. And they're not long. They're not long. They're pretty cheap. You can get to LA in an hour. Yeah, Hawk Vision? Oh, yeah. I do that. They're... Like, and weather would never be an issue in terms of getting in because it doesn't rain. So, I would say just go Fiesta Bowl, Rose Bowl. Because the schedule's already been announced for that. Not going to any games on December 31st. That's the day I do nothing except drink to Super. So, I go Rose Bowl. I go Rose Bowl then. 4th and 1. Toss play here. First down at the 25-yard line. Yeah, Kirby should get a sideline violation. They should. He should. For sure. Like, Prince, the fact that DeBoer's could coach it to whenever he's been. They feel like Scar went out fair on the playoff. Yeah, but you can't play the games on paper like that. You really can't play the games on paper. Right now, Scar's playing very good football. Bama, if you replace Bama's resume, if Bama's resume was just, they actually faked the QB sneak and go through the legs on the replay. Cool little play right there. Now, traditional handoff here. Trying to bounce outside is Weiser. Weiser will get down to the 22-yard flag on the play. It's in the area of holding, so back it up 10 yards. Like, if Bama's name with the same exact resume, the problem is that Bama's name with the same exact resume was Michigan State, they're not in. If their name was Vanderbilt with the same exact resume, they're not getting in. Which I'm not crazy about. I'm not crazy about doing helmet stickers for determining playoff spot. All right. Michigan Fat 10 of the most big teams because they're Saints of Northern and Midwestern pride. Those who don't end in state in bowl games. I'm assuming that's Ohio State. Yeah. Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan State. I get. Yeah. I want to have ton of rivalries with. Maybe not Minnesota. 1st and 18. Quinn gonna get sacked for the 3rd time today. Runs right into that sack at the 36-yard line. Warren Brinson, his first sack of the game. His first sack of the season, actually. Back it up. 2nd and a lot. Should I say the best team outside FBS? I would say North Dakota State is. I would say North Dakota State. 2nd and 20. Ball the 35-yard line. 2 of the bottom, 1 at the top. Quinn going to fake the toss. Looking now, going to swing it out. It's caught by Blue, but brought down the 40-yard line. Now they're out of field goal range. Raylan Wilson on the stop. And now what do you do here? Do you call a draw play like last time? Try and get a bit closer? Because right now, I'm not sure you're trying to field goal. Auburn's longest kick this year is 49. This would be a 57-yard try. You just got to get some yards. And Quinn's got to go through his reads there. He had to have seen Wilson cheating from the middle. Right in the swing pass. Yeah, Payne's got a lot better. McDermott got better. Sirianni, I'm still not sold on. Quinn looking, going to throw it. Open, called the 25-yard line. Down to the 23. It's DeAndre Moore on the grab. Gain of 17. It won't be enough for the first down, but it'll be about a 40-yard try. So they will maybe get some points on this drive. Come on, to a demonstration for Broncos. Neal in 12 divisional with 36 left, 2 timeouts. Yeah, that was pretty stupid. You Peyton Manning, you have one of the all-time grades. Yeah, I'm never crazy about that. I'm never crazy about being conservative like that, especially back then. Never crazy about that. Auburn, from a similar distance but opposite side, 42 yards. This one is second verse, same as the first. It's good. 6-0, back-to-back drives for Texas that were long. Inside their own 20, that got field goals. Georgia still right in this thing. Despite doing nothing offensively. Only find themselves down by 1 score. 6-0. Subject and bisexual the command makes which they did rankings basically on computers. Yeah, what would the BCS rankings look like? What would they look like? The BCS rankings. You know, it's funny. The rankings actually have Bama at 11. You know, it's funny. The rankings don't change anything. If they did it by computers, can't tell if either teams are any good. I mean, they're both good. I just don't know how good is the question. You almost killed Chris Tellers once? Really? Oh my goodness. Because he just walked right out in front of your car? Wow. You just what the rankings would look like right now. If the playoff format was decided by the BCS, it's actually funny. It's actually the same exact rankings. It's actually... Bama would still be in. Yeah, no, there's a site. There's a Twitter account, BCS Know-How, where they... They look at they average out all the computers and whatnot. They average all the computers. The simulated ranking is actually pretty close. This website does it. This Twitter account does it pretty well. The only difference between the simulated, really, they're like the same 12 teams are in. The same 12 teams are in the field. Bama's at 11 in both of them. The top 11 teams are exactly the same. There's a bit of discrepancy as you get toward the bottom, but it's actually pretty even. It's actually bizarre. And who's next in the Stanley Cup? The Jets are playing well right now, but I'm not sure I can bet on a Canadian team just yet. Oh, man, yeah. They look great, though. I mean, if you like what you see, like and subscribe helps set a ton. 6-0 the score. About 10.5 left. Kraken? I don't know if I trust the Kraken just yet. I mean, the Canes have to be due at some point, right? I mean, the Panthers look good. Panthers look good. The Canes have to be due at some point, right? I do like the Caps right now. I do like the Caps a lot right now. I'm going to say the Caps right now. That means we have to choose a game to go to on January 1st. When in doubt, go Rose Bowl. There is none. I've never been to the Rose Bowl, but it's on my bucket list. There's not another venue in college football that is more scenic and is more historic than the Rose Bowl. Definitely not Peach Bowl. I'm not sure we'll be able to make it in time. For New Year's Eve, if you're going to be in Vegas on New Year's Eve, definitely not Peach Bowl. 1 o'clock start time across the country. Kickoff ends on touchback. No way. No way. Rose Bowl, I don't know how many chances you're going to get to go to the Rose Bowl. I don't know how many chances you're going to get to go to the Rose Bowl. Because there's not a lot of events there. Besides football. If you don't care about other teams, I'd knock a venue off my list. Why not the Rose Bowl? Yeah, wild resin they are. The Sabres aren't going to win, I'll tell you that much. I know the Sabres are not going to win. First half, the 25-yard line. Georgia has not gotten anything going this game, have not crossed midfield yet. Drive number 3 for them. Going to start with a run for 2 yards. Going to ETN. First positive run of the day for ETN. Best champion versus worst in the college football playoff era? Well, the best one's 2019 LSU. That's the best one. Man in motion, handoff up the middle, spin move by ETN. He's going to get again a 2 on the play, down to about the 29-yard line, 3rd and 6. I don't know who the worst champion would be, but flag on the play here. Was Nick Saban a bad NFL coach? So I think he kind of got a raw deal in Miami. I think he kind of got a raw deal because the front office was that incompetent and didn't let him do what he needed to. Offside on the defense to move it up 5 yards. I would not want him as the Jags coach. No way would I want him as the Jags coach. He's on the older side. He's just done coaching. He seems like he's done. But I think he kind of got a raw deal in the NFL. I think if the organization let him do what he wanted to do, sign Breeze, yeah, he had to remind the organization to pay people. Like, they were cheap. And you know, coach bump helps. You know, coach bump helps a little bit. 2nd 3, back, look at middle of the field, caught. They're past midfield for the first time today. Down to the 48-yard line. It's Ben Urasek, the tight end. You get a 20 and a first down. Yeah, the Leafs will win the cup when hell freezes over. The orange on Texas helmets have never matched. Yeah, it is a darker shade. I don't know why it is. It's a darker shade on the helmets. First and 10. Ball at the 49-yard line. 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. ETN in the backfield. They're going to fake it. Now they are going to give it to ETN. To the 45. ETN. Best run of the day for him. Down to the 41-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play. I think Wirtz was worse. Also have to allow for hangover time as well. Last time we went in 22. I thought it was a brilliant idea to have a 5 glass of Grey Goose. Oof. That's rough. Well, the thing with flying to LA is that from Vegas to LA, there's so many flights that even if you miss a flight, you could easily pick up another one. Allow for hangover time. Shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. It's a quick flight. You could leave. I mean, probably getting past is a nightmare, but 2nd and 2. Beck floats it. Caught by Oscar Delp down to the 31-yard line. Takes a shot on the play as he's going down by Jelani McDonald. But it's a nice gain there for a first down. Well, I mean, some of the flags are obvious. I mean, the rough in the pass was a bad call, but there should have been a sideline warning, too. If it wasn't for Rhinestone the United starting giving Wirtz half fifth, it was Wheelchairs Hawks to move him. Yeah, maybe. How's it going, AKC? Welcome in. I don't think an original 16 would have moved. I don't think it would have done that. You know, people call teams racist for not hiring the enemy. It's like, did you not remember his history at Colorado? Like, I don't know if he's the... everyone that jumped on bandwagon is crazy to me. Handoff with Milligan a 5. It's Frazier for the first time. Nate Frazier. Last time out in that crazy game against Georgia Tech. 50 yards rushing and a touchdown. Especially as there were black coaches hired that offseason, too. Like, there were rumors that he didn't interview well. There were rumors that he did some stuff at Colorado. Obviously, should be rare about evaluating results off limited samples with advisors for they've only been better. Yeah, it does help when you fire a coach like that. It does help. Beck, looking, middle of the field, dropped. Would have been goal to go spot the 10-yard line. Arian Smith cannot hold on. Stops the clock, brings up 3rd and 5. Any thoughts on the Texans? Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts. They're not good. They're not good thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts on them. That was right in Arian Smith's hands. An easy grab there for the redshirt senior wideout. Enters this game with 709 receiving yards, most on the team. 3rd and 5. Receivers have had some drops today. That one slam pass tipped and almost intercepted. Was looking for Lovett. Makuba tips it. I'll have to settle for 3. Back-to-back completions. Lucky that wasn't a pick. Right into traffic. What team do you think Hurt wants to play? I think he would want to play Georgia. We're not going to get Texas. Texas is going to host a game. Georgia, I'm not sure, hosts a game. Texas, they lose, they're hosting. I'm doing all right, I can say. Just bronchitis. Wait, want Ben Johnson, head coach, if he demands Trevor gets traded? No. No, we're not. Kick here by Woodring, it's good. Low scoring affair so far. Defense is in control, 6-3. Because why would Ben Johnson take the job then at that point? Why would he take the job? Why would anyone be like, yeah, I can pick anywhere I want to go to. I want to go here, but we need to get rid of our quarterback. Like, the selling point is Trevor. The selling point is Trevor. Score prediction? I mean, Georgia's a second half team. I usually hate when people say that, but it's a bit different this time. It's a bit different. You know, Bill Wirtz was so bad 18 months after his death, Hawks became a cup-contending team. That says a lot. If let Nick Saban do what he wanted, what would have happened? Would I like it? Probably make the playoffs a few times. I'm not sure how successful you are besides that, but if you let him get Breeze, yeah, he'd probably make it to a conference championship. Kicking has been the ultimate weapon in this game. That has been. All right, if you like what you see, like and subscribe. Again, we're going to do a halftime raid when the time comes. We've got 6:40 left. Again, after this game, we'll do the Big Ten championship tonight. Should be a fun one. Penn State, Oregon, they're both in. Question is, who will get a bye? Any worse start discussion needs to be prefaced by other than Bill Wirtz. He was pretty bad. He was pretty bad. And they're having some other owners in there. Craig Counsell must be fired? Why? Why must he be fired from the Cubs? They exceed expectations this year. Counsell did a good job with Milwaukee. Exceed expectations this year in Chicago. It's not his fault that Ricketts is cheap. This game is secretly against the Steelers game where Chris Boswell you need the most. Yeah, if you like what you see, like and subscribe. Let's a ton on the channel. Yeah, Ben Johnson would be a great fit for Trevor Lawrence. He would be. Would be a great fit for Trevor. It's a move that just makes so much sense. I see a lot of similarities how Goff and Trevor play. Who will the Bears hire? I think they'll get Johnson. Council's got to take it to the hump and not over. I guess that's fair. Legs for the $5. So I heard this week in Championship Week, do all the weeks have names? No, not all the weeks. Also, is there anyone here with December birthdays? I'm one of them. I have an August birthday. So it's Cupcake Week, Rival Week, Championship Week. Cupcake Week, Rival Week, Championship Week. It's called Championship Week because this is the winner of these games wins the conference championship. Which game do you want for the You Make the Call? Appreciate you, Lex. Appreciate you. Which game do you want? Do you want Miami, Tennessee, North Dakota State, Butler, or Cairn against UMBC for college basketball? Maybe coaches on the hot seat? Well, Jaguars, Raiders, Pats to some extent, Cowboys, Giants, Falcons, I would say, to some extent, kickoff ends with touchback. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anyone at this point. Well, the 25-yard line. Which game do you want? You know, Downtown's gone. Downtown is gone. They get Ben Hunter and Johnson. Jags only hold safety. You draft for side one. I'm not sure you go back-to-back picks in the secondary. I'm not sure you do that. But let me know which game you want, Lex. Appreciate you. Appreciate you a ton. Which game do you want me to call on Tuesday night for college basketball? First down, one at the top, one at the bottom. Quinn looking, sideline shot. Not a lot of velocity on that one. Incomplete looking on the play for Ryan Wingo, the true freshman. Brings up second down. Yep, that is Cairn. It is Cairn. A D3 school. That game is being televised, so it is an option. We will eliminate one of these games after this game tonight. Second down, play action, slam pass, caught the 35, breaks the tackle to the 36, to the 40. Out of bounds to the 43-yard line. Nice grab there by Silas Bolden. His 20th catch of the season. Flag on the play, though. You want Miami, Tennessee? We'll get you on that one. For agent safety field, I have not looked too closely yet. I usually don't look until I know who's getting re-signed and whatnot. See what the flag is here. After the play, personal foul on the defense. Move it up. So sloppiness on Georgia's end. For, I guess, a late hit out of bounds. And he's on the white. And then gets hit on the play by Mondin Jr. Out of bounds. Move it up to the 42-yard line. You know, I think it's reasonable, Summer. I think it's reasonable. I think with Drew Brees, anything's possible. Have you go Christmas Star Stadium for the Big Ten Championship? All good, man. All good. Take a photo with Santa for me. Take a photo with Santa. First down, play action. Quinn, they're going to send 7. Someone's got to be open, and someone is, but dropped at the 25. Wingo cannot hold on. 2nd and 10. Ryan Wingo, the freshman wideout. He's kind of cooled off a bit as of late. Had a decent start to the season. But just 2 catches in November. Chance to pick one there and he dropped it. 2nd and 10. Quinn looking, middle of the field, open. Blown up on the play. It's a first down. Gain of 50. I don't know how he held onto that ball. Silas Bolden. I don't know how he held onto that. He got jacked up. Clean hit. Clean hit all the way. Dan Jackson. That was a hospital ball right there. That is a hospital ball. That's Peyton Manning to Austin Collie. Clean hit, by the way. That's textbook. That's textbook. McCaskey, among the worst starters, she's up there, but not top 10. Oh, we got free agent news. Willie Adames to the Giants. 7 years, $182 million. Handoff. 20 down to the 19-yard line. Gain of about 5 on the play. So Willie is going to the Giants. Largest contract in team history. 7 years, 182. They get the Milwaukee Brewers player. And man, the NL West just gets more stacked. 2nd and 5. 5 to go. Capricorn's nice. I'm a Leo. And then you're in June. Quinn play action. Looking. Going to try and dump it to his tight end. Incomplete. Looking on the play. For Juan Davis. Just throwing it into the general area. The players got tangled up a little bit. No injury, though. You know, Quinn. The problem with Quinn is he has no velocity. He has no zip on his passes. And that difference is going to kill him in the NFL. It's already killing him right now, but it could kill him in the NFL. Receivers will not take kindly to him. Would you be better after learning under Breeze? Well, you wouldn't have gotten to it. Because Breeze would have retired in 2019. You wouldn't have gotten to it. You would have had a good enough draft pick. 3rd and 5. Looking. They wouldn't have overlapped at all. Pass almost intercepted. Harris almost picks up. It was right in his hands. I don't know what Quinn was thinking on that one. Quinn's had a lot of dumb throws. This other one was dumbest. Was trying to look for more on a wheel. Underthrown by a ton. Didn't see the safety at all. Daniel Harris. How he didn't pick this off, I have no idea. But Texas got to be thinking of the lucky stars that could walk away with this drive with 3 points. Pulls once fire, able to turn the opposite Harbaugh, but the McCaskill didn't let him, which is crazy to me. You want to fire, if you want to bring on Harbaugh, you bring on Harbaugh. Field goal here. It just gets inside the right upright. It's good. 9-3 the score, but flag on the play. Hang on, this one might not count. Before the snap, false start. Back it up 5 yards. Let Giants get over the hump. I think they could. That division is stacked, though. Someone's got to regress in that division. It won't be the Dodgers, so someone's got to regress. The Mets like close to 25 with that payroll. The seat's very hot, at least. The seat is hot. Depends on what happens with Soto. Obviously. We do the kick from 42 yards. This one, no good, wide left. The false start penalty, an absolute killer. Because now, instead of being 9-3, it is 6-3. So no harm done on the drop pick. Georgia gets it back at the 24-yard line on the 42-yard miss. Auburn this season, again, enter this game 4 for 9 from 40+. Wide left. He barely made the first one. Tucked it in right. But false start, backing up 5, and he overcompensates going wide left. 4:36 to go in the first half. Georgia gets it back with a chance to double dip potentially. I'm not sure that's a ball don't lie moment. Seems like you're a bad call. Lavello should be fired, but wasn't. No, you're not going to fire Lavello. Part of being a manager, too, is also how you manage the clubhouse. And he's done a good job managing the clubhouse. And I don't think that run happens. In 2023, if it was for Lavello. He made some boneheaded decisions, but he also made some really good ones. Lavello is a guy that, he's a player's manager. He will stick with you until he no longer can. Look, I think most managers, the White Sox already got a manager. Everyone already hired one. Whichever gets fired first, probably John. Most managers, Eugenio Suarez, would have been demoted. After the first 2 months, Eugenio Suarez would have been DFA'd. Guarantee it. Most managers. But Lavello was like, you know what? You're my guy. I'm going to stick with you. And you know what? It worked out. Because then Eugenio was like one of the best third basemen in baseball the final half of the season. You know, Auburn is kind of iffy. He's under 7%, which is never a good sign. Once again, so the Dolphins win the Super Bowl this year. Dolphins win the Super Bowl this year. It's a better chance of happening. Easily. I will bet my apartment that the White Sox will not get Soto. Bruce Bochy, I think he's underrated. I think Bochy, he's a heck of a manager. I think he doesn't get enough due. Dolphins Bucks are the worst matchup of all time for Super Bowl. We get the lowest ratings. All in-state matchups are usually not good for ratings. The worst one for ratings, probably looking at Titans, Cardinals, or Jags, Cardinals. Arch play second half. I'm going to say fiction on that. Now, who can think they're stuck more? It's not pretty right now. This game, Quinn Ewers is not an NFL quarterback. Quinn Ewers is not an NFL quarterback. Carson Beck, I at least see flashes. Would I take him? No, but I at least see flashes. I don't see anything in Quinn Ewers. He has no velocity, makes bad decisions. Ever since the injury, he has looked terrible. Herso wants to go to the White Sox. Sources? Yeah. Anytime you can play for a team that won like 40 games last year, you got to do it. It's above the 24-yard line off the missed field goal. Quinn or Arch? I think Arch is better. Just by default. First down handoff. This one going to Cash Jones for the first time today. He'll get down to about the 28-yard line. How many Georgia games have we called? Like, I don't even have to look at the roster for some of these guys anymore. I just know the numbers at this point. Like, I know the whole team at this point. I don't have to look at the numbers. The roster for Georgia. We've done so many Georgia games. How many Georgia games have we done this year? We're obviously going to do all the playoff games. We did Clemson. We did the end of Kentucky. We did Bama. We did Texas. We did Ole Miss. We did Tennessee. We did Georgia Tech. It's the 8th game we've done. And I think the 6th full game. Look in the middle of the field. Beck, incomplete. Looking on the play for Lawson Lucky. Brings up 3rd and 6. We've done 6 full Georgia games on stream. Plus, we'll do the playoff games they have. White Sox are the Bulls, yeah. Feels like one of these teams has to be all by their own height and talent in this game. It feels like that. The offense are just stuck in the mud right now. Yeah, Quinn, he has no velocity. I'll put a pull-up, though. Put a pull-up. Put a pull-up. Why not? 3rd and 6. Sideline shot, one-on-one coverage, incomplete. Couldn't track it. Dylan Bell, the intended target. It's a quick 3 and out. Am I tired of Georgia? And they play a lot of good games most of the time, so not really. But like, we could call 10 Georgia games potentially if the schedule works out that way. Like 10 full Georgia games. As a Gator fan. I think Chicago... I'd add Chicago to that one. I'd add Chicago to that one. You know, on the sideline in some pain after not being able to track that ball was Dylan Bell, the junior wideout. Last time out against GT, 2 catches, 28 yards. Still looking for anything here. Yeah, the injury broke when, yeah. Punt at the 21-yard line, brought down to the 16. We're going to actually mark it forward progress at the 19. No, it's like off the top of my head. Like, obviously, if I was actually like announcing, I would know. Like, I would do the research and basically memorize the numbers beforehand. You have the spot sheet for anyway, basically memorize the numbers. What's Timothy doing there? He was the Timothy was the guest picker. He knows ball. Timothy knows ball. He picked Ohio. He was the only one to pick Ohio over everyone else. Picked Miami. He picked Ohio. He knows ball. He knows ball. You know, Timothy did his part. Texas ball at the 19-yard line after the punt for a loss of 2. Trips to the bottom. Ewers still in a QB. Last drive ended in a missed field goal. 3 straight drives to get into plus territory. Actually got in plus territory every single drive. Only 6 points to show for it. Then we're going to start for a gain of 1. Wisner on the give. I think every playoff team would have done at least 1 game of theirs, at least, this season. Indiana would have done only 1. I want to do more Indiana games this year, but didn't get the chance. SMU, this will be the 2nd if they make it. We've done every playoff team, at least. So I'll have experience with every team at least. Screen pass behind the line. It's caught. Golden down to the 25-yard line. Call the gain of about 5. 3rd and 4 coming up. With 3 minutes to go, Georgia all their timeouts, as does Texas. Georgia gets the ball at the half, so a chance to double up here if you get a stop here. And we'll figure out a halftime raid. Halftime for these games is 25 minutes, not 20. So halftime break will be a little bit longer. So the break is 25 minutes for this, as I found out during the Big 12 Championship. Set 5 slam pass caught. First down to 32-yard line. It's DeAndre Moore. He's dropped a few passes today, but holds on to that one despite the contact. Gain a 7 and a first down. You figure Texas is going to take us down to a 2-minute timeout. You pick Miami. Does that Gene skip charge? It's like bolting the dual threat Manning. All right, 2-minute timeout. Arch needs to be put in. I mean, to be fair, the offense has crossed midfield every drive. Is Quinn playing well? No. Has he made some dumb decisions? Yes. Has he made some good throws? Yes. Is he being hurt by his receivers not being able to hold on to the ball at times? Yes. I'm not sure you take a guy out in the middle of a championship game when you have the lead and you cross midfield every drive. Not yet, at least. Not yet. Especially because, remember, Arch Manning played the last time these teams met. Arch got sacked 3 times, was 3 for 6. He didn't play well against Georgia. Now, against Indiana, maybe. But again, Indiana, I don't think would... Texas, if they... Okay, so here's the thing with Texas. They lose this game, they're going to be the 5 or the 6. They'll be the 5 seed or the 6 seed. Indiana is not going to be the 12 or the 11. I can guarantee you that. They're not going to be the 12 or the 11. The bracket right now... Oops. Indiana right now is the 10. You're not putting Texas lower than 6. So I can't see Indiana playing Texas in the first round. Wants to go to Detroit for a Coney Dog combo meal and a pair of Bob Seger's. Because, I would take that deal because you know what? Bob Seger's retired. So if you're telling me I get a private concert with Bob Seger, I might take that deal. There's some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. And a private Bob Seger concert. Not the worst move. Be the only one in the crowd where he sings Old Time Rock and Roll with me? Yeah, why not? Why not? Allen is not the favorite for MVP. No, the favorite for MVP right now is probably either Barkley or who actually... NFL MVP odds. Who is the favorite for MVP? It is Allen. Really? Oh, I don't know about that. Barkley's second. Lamar's third. Kyron Williams plus 15. You can wait a second. No, you can't. No, you can't. Does anyone want to burn money? Does anyone want a good idea, a good way of burning money? You can bet on Aaron Rodgers to an MVP at BetMGM plus 50,000. Aaron Rodgers, your MVP. You can also bet on FanDuel plus 50,000. Anthony Richardson to an MVP. TJ Hawkinson on Caesars plus 75,000. Bryce Young plus 100,000. You can actually bet on Bryce Young to win the MVP right now. If Alshon's on to Mahomes' way to Trevor, what his suspension would have been? Probably about the same. Probably about the same. I mean, 3 games is a lot. 3 games is a lot for a hit in the middle of a game. You don't see that often. Play action. Quinn looking. Off his back foot fires screen pass by Gunnar Helm. Caught to the 40-yard line and down to the 43. First down play, gain of 11. Yeah, you can bet Aaron Rodgers for MVP right now. Plus 50,000. To give you an idea of plus 50,000 odds, how insane that is. If you bet $100 and Aaron Rodgers wins the MVP, or you place $100 on Aaron Rodgers to win the MVP at plus 50,000 odds, you would lose $100. That's the math right there. I did the monster math. All right. First down. Clock is running at the 43-yard line. Quinn, what the heck was that play? That was all out of sorts from start. I don't think they were ever on the same page. I don't think anyone knew what the play was. I think Weiser just took the ball. Watch this play again. I don't think Weiser had no clue they were supposed to get the ball. Quinn had no clue that he was supposed to hand the ball off. And Weiser just all out of sorts of them, just stumbles ahead. 2nd and 12. Clock is running. Tyler Huntley, can't bet on Tyler Huntley. Can't bet on Huntley, unfortunately. 2nd and 12, 2 at the top. Play action. Quinn looking, they send 4. Quinn scrambling, gonna take off and run, stumbles head to the 46. Flag on the play, though. We'll see what this one is, and I'll figure out who we're gonna rate at halftime. While I do that, again, rest up my bronchitis. It's gonna be on the offense. Now, Georgia's all their timeouts, so if you take this penalty here, make it 2nd and a mile, and get a first down, you could get the ball back. I'm gonna get holding on that one. 2nd and 22. Yep, and that's a clear cut hold. We'll get Cameron Williams, right tackle on that one. All right, who do we want to raid? I'll figure this out. Looking, Quinn rolling out, fires sideline shots, dropped by Helm. It's actually better for Georgia. Or Texas said he dropped it. Wait, hang on. Wait, what am I talking about? I was going to say, better for Georgia that he dropped it because now they don't have to burn a timeout. Jetty, NFL future? Yeah, he's going to go first round. He's going first round. Absolutely. Georgia's second team, that's why they, even with the lead in the half, Georgia will destroy it. Yeah. Look, Georgia's second half team for sure. That's why I'm still taking the dogs to win this one. Okay, who is doing this game? 3rd and 22, going to hand it off. Stay in bounds. Clock's going to run, and Georgia will call timeout 45 seconds. Smart timeout there after the gain of 4. So Georgia going to get back with 43 seconds and 2 timeouts to work with. All right, I'm just trying to figure out who we're going to do for a raid. Magente's going to go NFL. He'll go first round, and he'll crush it. I like Scadbo more in the NFL, though. I like Scadbo more in the NFL. Have we done this guy? Oh, no, we could do that guy. Oh, hang on. This guy is a Gator fan. We could do this guy. Yeah, he's got a Gator hat on. He does a lot of games, too. I think we'll do him for the raid. Gonna punt this one away. Not the best punt, field at the 26-yard line. This 34-yard punt. Georgia going to have decent field position here. Who had plus 100,000? Wait, how many zeros is that? 1, 2, 3. Plus 1 million odds of winning MVP. Probably looking at like a punter. Why Skins get rid of Eric the Enemy? That's what his name sounds like to me. What was new coaching staff? New coaching staff, so you're not going to keep the same guys. But $5 million for me to win MVP and stack up by better odds than backup linebacker. That is true. Pearson for Coach of the Year, I would I would quit eating pizza forever. Pierce wins Coach of the Year this year. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Beck looking second read, just going to dump it off to ETN in the swing. ETN going to get out of bounds to the 33-yard line. Stops the clock after a gain of about 7. 2nd and 3. And Georgia gets the ball to start the half. So if you can get into field goal range here, for those wondering, Woodring's range. If you're wondering, he's hit from 55 before. This is obviously in a dome. You get it inside the 40, you have a chance. Beck takes a snap. They send 5. Beck, deep shot down the sideline as a step, and it's incomplete. Broken up on the play. It was a good throw to Smith, but great coverage on the play to break that one up by Gavin Holmes. Now, that's a heck of a throw. You know, that is a heck of a throw. Smith has to hold on to that one. Jordan's had a lot of drops this season. Jordan's only got 3 points this game. I'm not sure you can blame Beck for that. His receivers have not helped him out a lot. That was a heck of a dime. Seeing the pressure and the route, heck of a dime there, but gotta hold on. 3rd and 4. Beck swings it out. ETN, he's got a blocker. He's going to get out of bounds at the 38-yard line. First down with 20 seconds left. Gain of 5. If you get to the 40-yard line, you can try a field goal. Obviously, I'm talking about Texas for you. You get about 22 yards. You're in range to try a field goal. 19 seconds. Imagine the Jags to Trevor Etienne. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that. He's kind of a head case. Kind of a character head case. To the bottom, 1 at the top. Texas jumps offside. Free play here. Pump fake. Free play. Beck knows it. He's going deep. It's picked up, but again, it's not going to matter. Although it will kill the clock. If I'm Texas, I'm killing as much clock as possible here. This return's actually pretty big, because that kills it to 8 seconds. I wish they would change the rule on that. It's a free play. The problem with that play is that now it took so much time off the clock. And the clock's not going to reset. MVP favorite again? It's the guy with a similar name to our defensive end. Yes. Offside on the defense. Penalties declined. Pass interference. Now, that's a big one, though. That's a big one, because that's going to move it up to the Texas 48-yard line. But again, there's only 8 seconds left as a result. Drake May? Drake May's been playing well right now. I'm not crazy about Mayo. I'm not crazy about the weapons he's got, but Drake May looks poised. Drake May looks poised. You just have to rehire Scott Frost. That would be incredible. That'd be incredible if UCF rehired Scott Frost. But only 8 seconds left. That PI is not the worst penalty in the world. 8 seconds. You get about 10 yards. You're okay. And Georgia has 2 timeouts. Texas will use one here. Texas playing off the receivers, which I'm not sure I agree with. Because, again, Woodring can hit. He's hit from 55 before this year. The same stadium. He's hit from long range. Woodring can kick. The sophomore kicker. 17 for 19 on the season. He's perfect inside 50. He's not eligible for the draft this year, but something tells me we'll be hearing his name on Sundays. At some point down the road. Again, I don't like the idea of like a play like that. Like Texas, that's a huge loophole there. Texas just ran out the clock essentially. Killed 20 seconds off a free play. Ball at the 47. Again, obviously not field range just yet, but you get about 7 more yards, you can realistically try it. First down. 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Beck takes a snap. They send 4. Beck looking. Intercepted at the 35-yard line. That's a bad throw by Beck. 2 seconds remain at the 48-yard line. Picked off there. Flag on this play, though. Hang on a second. Anthony Hill in the pick, but let's see what the flag is. Not celebrating just yet. Georgia seems to think it's on Texas. Offside again. There's still time for one play with 1 second. Do you try a 59-yard field goal here? I didn't see offside. I didn't see offside. I did not see offside there. There was a flinch. He didn't go in the neutral zone. I didn't see offside. The last one was pretty obvious. That one I did not see offside. That one I did not see offside. They're going to let Woodring try it, I think. I did not see offside on that one. Second time up with Georgia. They're going to think things over. But again, I did not see offside on that one. He flinched. I saw the flinch. I think he got back in time, though. I thought he got back. Back-to-back picks thrown by Beck. They're going to call back for offside. It's not going to matter if they miss this field goal. Oh, you weren't kidding, Cujo. Holy crap, you were not kidding. You were not kidding. Holy crap, you were actually not kidding. I just saw Chris Vanini on that one. Holy crap, you were not kidding. I thought you were joking. Like you do half the time. You were not kidding. Scott Frost's actually being rumored to be targeted by UCF. Holy crap. You know how to win there. I don't hate it. 1st and 5. Final play. Just going to reset this. Beck. Hail Mary time. Looking. Going to get hit on the throw. Fumbles. Picked up by Texas. This could be a scoop and score at the 35-30. 25-20. Going to try to lateral the ball. Does to the 20. And laterals again, picked off by Georgia. And just a weird sequence all the way around. Both teams turning it over on that play. And we have an injured player for Georgia, too. Who's down? Oh, who is down for Georgia? Oh, who is down? Is that Beck? No. Who is down right now? I can't make out a number. Hang on a second. I cannot make out a number. Before we do the raid, I cannot make out a number. Who is down? Is that Beck? Oh, God. He is down. He is limping. He is limping a little bit. He's putting a lot of weight on one foot versus the other. He's walking on his own power, but man, it is Beck. The danger of a Hail Mary at times. Oh, man. So, bizarre sequence there for sure. We're going to take a halftime break. We'll be back in 21 minutes. The guy we're going to raid is Ryan Dare. He's a Gator fan. We've never raided him before. He's got a scoreboard too. So, we'll raid him. We'll be back in 21 minutes. And let's do this. 6-3 your score. Put a poll up. Who do you think wins this game? Go raid his channel. We'll be back in 21. And we will go from there. Obviously, we got to see if Beck's okay. He's walking out the field on his own power, which is good. So, we'll see what happens with him. But Jordan getting the ball for the half. When we get back, 6-3 your score. See you guys in 21 minutes. And we are back. Welcome back to the start of the second half over in Atlanta. 6-3, low-scoring affair so far. Not the first time we've seen a low-scoring championship game being played at Mercedes-Benz. But Jordan getting the ball to start the half after a bizarre end of the first half sequence. But with that, what do you think wins this game? If you're just joining us, number 2 live stream before. Fire away in the chat, any questions, see what happens. You have answered anything and everything. And you should get your question right away. Every donation also counts toward you make the call. I'm going to decide which game we're calling. And we're going to eliminate one of these games by tonight. One of these games will be eliminated tonight after the ACC or the Big Ten Championship. Thoughts on UCF bringing back Frosty? You know, he won there before. I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it. He can recruit at that level. Why not? Hopefully you guys enjoyed the raid. Never raided him before, so a bit interesting there. Commentators in the SEC Championship games saying that Arizona State could leapfrog Boise. I'll be interested to see what happens. I'll be very interested to see what happens with that. I'm rooting for it. I think you can definitely... I think Dilly made a good argument that, look, the committee kept out Florida State last year because they only looked at games with their starting quarterback. Well, Arizona State only has one loss with their starting quarterback. It's not a bad argument by Dilly. Yeah, I did see that Dell was hired by App State. OC in South Carolina, he was very good at SCAR. They're getting a good hire. They're getting a good hire at App State. And he knows how to recruit in the Carolinas, too. He knows the area well. He knows the trail. He's got the connections, too. Galaxy win the Cup. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. The Red Bulls and choking. Taylor's all this time. It's a good hire for App State. Obviously, the big storyline, will Carson Beck be able to go in the second half? Got injured on the final play on a Hail Mary. Belichick to UNC. He's looking out for his son. I get it. I completely get it. We've seen, we saw Tommy Smith do that. You know, he's streaming on Friday. That's a good question that I do not know the answer to yet. I do not know the answer yet on Friday. Because there is no college football on Friday. And there is no NFL on Friday. I have no clue yet. Have not thought that far ahead. I gotta be honest. I've not thought that far ahead. So we'll see. Son's name is Steve. Beck is out for the game. Now this is one of those interesting situations right now. After what happened last year Gunnar Stockton coming in at quarterback. If I'm Georgia, I fake a medical report because you do not want, even if Beck is out for the rest of the season, if Stockton doesn't look good, after what the committee did with FSU last year, fake a report. Say, oh, he's going to be fine. He'll be playing. Because then the committee will leave you in if Stockton doesn't look good. First down the 25-yard line. First throw backwards, ETN to the 30. ETN to the 33-yard line. But I think it'd be extremely... Yeah, I'm doing Army Navy. Texas high school football career promotion compared to D2 or 3. Yeah, I'd say so. Definitely over D2. Texas high football is legit. Home run should be in. Yeah, if I am... Stockton needs to look competent. They don't need to win this game. Stockton just needs to look competent. That's not going to help. Throw out of bounds incomplete. Georgia's not a top 12 team if Stockton doesn't play well. Yeah, Georgia loses Bailey Tex. If they don't look good this game, they maybe. Defensive battles or shootouts? I like defensive battles better. Everything in moderation, though. Stockton, look in middle of the field, caught the 45-yard line. Arian Smith down to the 50 and down to the 49-yard line. So Stockton's first completion of the game goes to Arian Smith. Gunnar Stockton this season, for those who don't know a whole lot about the quarterback, the redshirt sophomore, 13 for 16 entering this game. No touchdowns, no picks. Mainly plays in mop-up duty. Biggest moment of his life here, though. Gain of 2. Let's see. Beck's out. Definitely tore some of his arm. Could be out for the playoffs. Yeah. It doesn't look good. The thing with Georgia, again, if Stockton doesn't look good, I fake a medical report. I do not announce that even if he is out for the playoff, I do not announce it until the field has been decided. Do not give the committee any doubt to do what they did to FSU last year. 2nd and 8. The handoff up the middle. This one goes to Frazier. Frazier gets down to the 41-yard line. 3rd and 2. I mean, honestly, if Beck can come in for one play and just hand the ball off, just to show that he's okay-ish. How surprised by the Sims also have the best year of his career? Very surprised. I did not expect the Vikings to be a good story. I expect them to have a bottom 5 pick. Shows what a great job KOC is doing as coach. Like, honestly, I might put Beck in for one play just to have him hand the ball off if Stockton looks bad. Stockton, though, going to take off and run for the first down. He's got it at the 40, and he will lower his shoulder down to the 37-yard line, brought down on the play by Malik Muhammad. Gain of 4. And we don't know how long he's going to be out, but they just have to look competent with Stockton. They just have to look competent with Stockton. Why is somebody so picky? Just human bias. It's a lot of heads butting each other. They all want to see good games. They want to see what's best for college football. As a backup quarterback playing in the playoff, you good for college football with 3 losses? I'm not sure. But, obviously, he looks sufficient right now. Completes down for a gain of 3 seconds, 7. Obviously, there's still a lot of a game left to play in this one. It's still not a guarantee that they win. Second and 7. They announced Beck is out. They can't do that. Well, they can. It's only if you don't dress for the game. It's rare that happens. Lucky on the sideline, down to the 17. They'll say, he's doing a pretty good job running the offense. You know, got our stock to do a pretty good job running the offense. Does we watch every top 25 game? In theory, they should. In theory. Yeah, that foot's in. That foot's in. You know, he looks very comfortable running this offense. They're going to call that a catch again. Reviewing it right now. Looks good to me. I think that's good. He's in. Oh, even KC1, let's go. I'll put a poll up. It should be good. Looks like Tresh and SMU also loses kids in. Well, I think SMU would still be in at that point. But you know what? They're not missing a beat right now. You know, this might have been just a bizarre hypothetical because they ain't missing a beat. They are not missing a beat. First down the play. They give it a catch. Incredible effort. Lost and lucky. Lucky on that one, if you want to call it that. I call it skill. Lady Luck on Lost and Lucky's side. And they're in the red zone. Best drive of the day, and it comes with their backup quarterback. The biggest moment of his collegiate career. Fourth ball, one the time, empty set. Lucky, after that last scrab. Now it's Stockton, QB keeper, down to the 10. Second and 1. Three at the bottom of the screen. Stockton hands it off. ETN cuts inside to the 5. ETN trucks his way in for the touchdown. TE with the TD. Welcome back, ETN, after 3 touchdowns last time these teams met down in Austin. Opening drive touchdown to start off the second half. No back, no problem. 10-yard touchdown run, some nice plays by Stockton. Only missed on 1 pass that drive, and ETN, after a shaky first half, picking up his 8th rushing touchdown of the season. The agility there, trucking over number 4 on that one, Andrew Makuba, and Georgia. 10-6. Purpose of these games is to win the conference. Now, they meant a lot more back in the day before the playoff, but for a lot of these conferences, it's about automatic tie-ins. Like for the Big 12 championship, the winner of that made the playoffs, the loser was out. Yep, FSU flashbacks. But you know what? That was a fun hypothetical for all of 5 minutes. Because they're not missing a beat. Is Trevor better than Travis? No. No, I don't think so. They are not missing a beat. That was a perfect drive. Gunnar Stockton going to be the starting quarterback for the Georgia next year. Now, if that's a sign of things to come, watch out. The offense looks better with him than Beck this game. I don't know how much that's preparation. Not really prepping for the back quarterback, but still. Stockton accurate, poised. I don't think we'll show a controversy, but we know that next year is Stockton's team for sure. Gunnar Stockton for Heisman next year. Gunnar Stockton for Heisman. Oh, man. Buy your Stockton stocks while you can. Stock rising for him. I think for like 5 minutes, the committee might have had some doubt in their mind that maybe, just maybe, you know, Georgia, not a top 12 team without their starting quarterback, and then they do that. They do that, and all of a sudden, Georgia's in the playoff regardless. That was a fun 5-minute scare. Harry Kane cannot win the big one. Royce does. That's an elite name, too. Gunnar is an elite name for a quarterback. Yeah, not figuring that report. Yeah, so much for that. So much for that. That was a fun 5-minute hypothetical. That was a fun 5 minutes while it lasted. You know, they look better with Stockton right now. Yeah, a lot of time to play, but I don't know Beck threw 2 picks on the final 2 plays before the fumble. You're locking in Manning, Lagway, and Stocks of House finals for next year? Yeah, it's not a bad pick. Belichick takes the North Carolina job while Matt Patricia on the staff. Oh, God. It's going to be... He has not learned a single lesson. Not learned a single lesson. That's why I don't want him. I don't want him in Jacksonville. Georgia, Bama sort of sandbag before the playoff starts? No. Mac Jones out to Marcus got a paper cut. Probably would upgrade on offense that way. All right, kick off here. Texas getting the ball, trailing 10-6 after the first touchdown of the game. Again, I said the Jags would hire Belichick. I didn't say I wanted it to happen. But that's why this UNC thing is huge, because I save us from ourselves. Because we would be dumb enough to do that. Save us from ourselves. Is in the shower. Jeez. My first down. Quinn Ewers, an interesting half for him. Not the best, not the worst. He's back out there. Out wide is Bond. Quinn Ewers, play fake. Outside route, caught at the 38-yard line. Matthew Golden. Had a pretty solid first half. Gets 13 to start. Giants tanking for Shedeur. I don't think you need to tank for him. They're doing a pretty good job stinking all by themselves. First down to 38. Handoff. Nothing doing. Loss of 3. Weisner going nowhere on the play. Blown up in the backfield by Warren Brinson. He's having a pretty solid day on that defensive line. Few stuffs for him this game and a sack. 2nd and 13. Jags forfeit. Save us. Honestly, I would take a forfeit. Means I don't have to watch anything. 2nd and 13. They give on the outside. Weisner. Weisner bottled up in the backfield for a loss of 2. Back-to-back runs going nowhere. 3rd and 15. The dogs are starting to come alive. Really the best football movie? It's really good. It's really good. I'm inclined to say yes on that one. I'm inclined to say yes. Especially with a live orchestra, with the soundtrack, yeah. Well, the MLS Cup is always at the home team. The MLS Cup is always at the site of the home team. So it's not the same. It's not a neutral site. Hasn't been that way in like 15 years. It was just going to throw this one out of bounds, incomplete, looking on the play for DeAndre Moore. But nothing home, and it's a quick 3 and out for a long drive by Georgia, Texas. They get 1 first down, but after that, it's basically a 5 and out, if you want to call it that. Yeah, 10-cent beer line. I got nothing left to lose at this point. And Texas is going to punt this one away to a Georgia offense that was clicking last time with a new quarterback in there. There was a ton of movement there. It's not going to matter a whole lot just because they're going to say false start. Back it up 5, but even if Texas got the penalty, it would be 4th and 10. Yeah, I'll have to see what the teams win all. Willie Simmons, I mean, he can recruit the area. It makes sense. Yeah, I did not realize Herbalife was still around. Was it Champions League? Yeah, I do Champions League. No, that wasn't Ruffin. It's been a while since Galaxy won the Cup. False start. Back it up. 4th and 20. It's a sloppy game for Texas. Sark was not pleased with the officiating in the first half. And 9 penalties later, I don't think he's going to be too pleased. Fair catch at the 33-yard line. Georgia taking over there. 44-yard punt, no return on the play. Georgia chance to make a 2-score game when we get back. With 8.5 to go. Georgia, for the first time today, momentum on their side. If you like what we see, like and subscribe. In terms of what's on the table for this game, Texas wins. They got a top 2 seed. They lose, they'll be hosting a playoff game. We figure they would be the 6th seed. Maybe the 5. I don't see them dropping lower than 6. Unless, obviously, Oregon loses. In that case, could see them dropping to 7. But they will host a game. Georgia, top 2 seed for sure. If they win this one. I don't think there's any path for them to get the 1. Big Ten probably decides the 1 seed. However, in the past for Georgia, not for Texas, where it was more egregious. I mean, I'll give you the past call against Texas was awful. I'll give you that. It didn't matter in the end, but I will give you that call was awful. If Texas loses, ASU get a bye. This game means nothing for ASU. This game means nothing for ASU. This has no implications whatsoever on that. No implications whatsoever. Winner of this game was getting a bye regardless. Winner of this game gets a top 2 seed. The one that matters is the ACC. If Clemson loses, or Clemson wins, ASU gets a bye. If Clemson does not win, last time it seems like fans do something on the field. Yeah, we called that game. We were on the call for that game. Yeah, back in Austin. We were on the call for that one. Texas, they're a lock for the playoff. They're a lock. Texas is a lock. Regardless of what happens here, they could lose 59-6. They're a lock for the playoff. You're not leaving 2-loss Texas out. And they'll host a game. If they lose this game, they're going to host in the first round. Yeah, historic night. ASU make it the 4th seed with Boise now. Yeah, that was a convincing win. That's not bad. Penalty happens. Fans should throw literally anything. Yeah, it definitely set a dangerous precedent. It set a bad precedent that was October. That was October. Yeah, Scott Frost is returning. It just got announced. Yeah, regardless of the outcome of this game, again, this game means nothing for ACC, Big 12, Boise. Means nothing for that. Means nothing whatsoever for that. It only means seeding for Texas and Georgia. This game does not change what happens with Arizona State or Boise. I don't know what's going to happen in terms of the bye. Because that was a thing that no one saw coming. Was Arizona State just shellacking Iowa State. to the point where they might have made enough of a statement that they deserve a top 4 seed. We don't know. We don't know. All right, first down, Stockton under center. Tight end motion. They're going to give it around. First touch of the day for Anthony Evans, and he will lose a crap ton of yards on him back to the 26-yard line. First touch on offense from Makuba on the stop. Loss of 7. Right, Notre Dame cannot get top 4. Notre Dame cannot get top 4. They could be undefeated. They would not do that. The one time breaking rule is, yeah, because you say Jimmy Carter after like every stream, so I don't know when you're kidding or not. I've seen so much news broken this chat that isn't true. Like, I don't know what to believe at this point. Quick little screen pass. This one's caught by ETN. ETN to the 30. He'll get down to the 32-yard line. 3rd and 11. Who was playing whenever complaining about students and stuff? It was like the 3rd time it happened. Oh, the 3rd time? I don't know. Texas Georgia was one of them. It might have, was it A&M Texas? Might have been A&M Texas. Might have been that. The only downside of the playoff this week is definitely not as important. But there are also championships that mean more. Like Mountain West means more. Big 12 means more. Stockton, hit on the throw. It goes backwards. Is that going to stay in bounds? It is not going to stay in bounds. Out of bounds to the 17-yard line. I don't know if that was a pass or a fumble. Either way, Georgia will have to punt this one away. Well, so the rankings are bizarre. The rankings, it doesn't work based on the rank. So top 4 seeds are conference tournament. Is that Dirty Hit to cut back? No, not at all. No, it was never close to Dirty Hit that took that back. He had the ball in his hands. He had the ball in his hands. He got sacked. It was a strip sack. It was a strip sack that took him out. Like, perfectly clean hit. Like, you have the ball, swat at the arm to get the ball out. That's what you're taught to do. Delay of game is the call. Back it up 5 yards. You Oregon, Georgia, garbage go Notre Dame, who knows? That's one way to look at it. Like Norville getting high by the Raiders, man, that would be something. Giants sign, yeah, I did see that. 7 years, I think 184. I said highest contract in Giants history. Milwaukee's gonna miss him. Milwaukee's gonna miss him. Looking like height for Nevada, Boise State. I think it was Notre Dame against Army. I don't think Notre Dame's going to jump. They would have by now at this point. Field at the 34-yard line, taken to the 40. 45, 50. Nice return here down the side. 40. Hurdles into bounds to the 39-yard line. No flags on the play. So not a lot of net. Just 27 yards of net. And Texas ball inside Georgia's 40. You hide out because I think we did Arizona State BYU. That game took forever because of the final minute. We did Notre Dame Army. That game was a bloodbath. The first play touchdown the second half. So then we flipped to Boise State, Nevada. Then that game ended, and Washington State, Oregon State was pretty close. So we went to that afterwards. You rank us for equal seeds. Yeah. Almost like March Madness. The AP top 25 isn't exactly how they're going to be ranked. You know, Beck's in trouble right now. That did not look pretty. First down the 39. Looking. Ewers, middle of the field. Caught at the 26-yard line. Gain of 13 yards from Matthew Golden. Anytime you need a spark, just go to Golden. It's over 600 yards on the season. Most receiving yards on the team. It wasn't Army stream yesterday where Army made the top 12. They not lost their name. Yes, absolutely. Even if they lost, if it was a close game, they would have made it. If Army lost by 7 or like 10, they would have made it. Screen pass, nothing doing there for DeAndre Moore. Broken up in the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. The problem was that they lost by a crap ton and never looked the slightest bit competitive. If they lost close, they're in. They're in. They're probably in over Bama. The problem is that The one game they played against a playoff caliber team, they got annihilated and didn't look like they competed. St. 10. Ewers open, missed him. Missed DeAndre Moore open on the corner route. 3rd and 10. Did I stream Bam LSU before hiding? Yes, we did. Yeah, we hided that game out. I forget we hided that one out too. But yeah, that game got ugly. I think that was the one that with the fans throwing stuff on the field. Yes, that was one that fans threw stuff on the field. Yeah, Boise State was when we hid it. Yeah, Boise State Nevada was Bama LSU. Yes, Boise State Nevada I think was Bama LSU. That was the one you're talking about where fans threw stuff on the field. 3rd and 10. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Ewers 6 attempt, they send 5. Ewers gonna take a sack here to get a field goal range. He's gonna take a sack. Oh my goodness. Quinn Ewers, the football IQ, not there. 4th sack of the game, Damon Wilson. Give him credit for the sack, his 3rd of the season. Gonna make it a long try for Auburn from 50 plus if you are gonna try it. And Auburn is not made from 50 plus this year. Longest kick is 49. Yeah, Beck got hurt. Beck got hurt on the final play of the first half. They're gonna try the field goal here. From the 33, it'd be a 51-yard try. Longest kick of the season if it goes for Auburn. This one, again wide left. His 2nd miss of the day. The bad sack there by Ewers. And Auburn cannot make what would have been the longest field goal of the season for him. Now 11 for 18 on the season. Another miss wide left. And Georgia gets it back. No harm, no foul, despite the Longhorns starting inside the 40. Yeah, it might be time, I think. It might be time. Yes, that was what it was. Yeah, I think Colorado's going to the Alamo Bowl. I think to play Iowa State, oddly enough. The Alamo Bowl is going to be a Big 12 rematch, which I don't like. I don't like the same conference playing in a bowl game. Rematches should not happen in bowl games. The kicker's name is Auburn. The kicker's name is Auburn. His last name, Bert Auburn. That's his actual name. Yeah, I think after that sack, I mean, the football IQ is not bad. Is bad. The most hilarious thing for bowl game in history. Oh man, Cherry Bundy, tart cherry. What it was something. The Cherry Bundy Tart Cherry Bowl. The Cherry Bundy Tart Cherry Boca Raton Bowl. That was pretty stupid. Is it the funniest name for a bowl? I'm not sure if it's the funniest name, but it's up there. Point Arch because kicker keeps missing. Well, it's not about that. It's that Arch is, or it's that it's the Cherry Bundy Tart Cherry Boca Raton Bowl. It's more, he's missed some guys. Again, I'm not saying you put him in, but there is an argument to putting him in. You don't take a sack in that spot. There's not been an OF Bowl. There has not been. Stream glitch? It's very refreshing. It's very refreshing. We got 6 people in the chat right now. Again, if you like my ceiling, subscribe to the channel. Tiny to make sure you get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. Jordans have a punter, so what do you think they do? Yeah, they don't have their punter. I mean, you still punt if it's... You have someone on your team that just kick the ball. You'll be okay. It's not going to be ideal, obviously, but... You can't sacrifice that good field position. Now, if it's 4th and short, I think that changes things a little bit. Went short for Mac Jones. See, the difference there is that Arch Manning looked good at times this year. Mac Jones has never looked good. Yeah, both high points teams are off to the 14th. Yeah, finals week. The difference is that Arch Manning played 2 games when... Again, I'm not saying put him in. But Arch Manning started 2 games. And he looked good in those games. Mac Jones started 2 games when Trevor was out. And what we got was the worst offensive showing in Jaguars franchise history. So it's a little bit different there. You know, the kicker is Auburn. Yeah. Brett Thorson out for the game. They do have a few punters on the roster. It's not like you only have one punter. Oh, we're going to create a lot of Simpsons memes. Anytime someone gets hurt, we're going to just bring up Dr. Nick. That's what I'm going to do. Anytime someone gets hurt, injury timeout, I'm just going to send Dr. Nick on. You remember, it's not like the NFL where you only have one punter on your roster. These rosters are pretty big. You got specialists galore. First down the 33-yard line. Handoff. Goes ETN. He's got a huge hole. ETN to the 45. Breaks a tackle. 50. 45, 40. Welcome back. ETN to the 30. To the 20. Out of bounds to the 18-yard line. They're in the red zone. One play to daylight. 49 yards on the play. First down for the Dogs. ETN, longest run of the day. Longest run for him this season. Broke the tackle there by Makuba. At that point, just remember who's going to catch him first and when. Colin Simmons on the stop at the 19-yard line. Chance here to make it a 2-score game off the missed field goal. Did Mac almost win the game? By almost win, you mean the defense allowed 12 points. Then yes. He also threw 3 picks in the fourth quarter and fumbled it. 2nd and 10 after the toss play goes nowhere. He almost won a game in the sense that, or Simpsons mask. Well, I need to get a Simpsons mask. I don't have a Simpsons mask. He almost won a game in the same way that Aiden O'Connell almost won the Vikings-Raiders game last year when it was 3-0. Like, technically, he almost won. You call 110 yards of offense. A 12-7 game, almost winning. 2nd and 9. 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top. Motioning over inside his Delp. Thornton looking. Stockton. End zone. Well overthrown. Hits the back wall incomplete. So he's like Thorson was carted off. The punter is out. Now if you need the punter on this. So we're in the red zone. 3rd and 10. It's a bowl game for the fans. It's only fans can attend this game. You know, this is ETN being amazing. Which is still fine. Third and 9. 4 wide. QB draw to the 15. Does he have some space? Can get out to the 12. Decision time here. On 4th and 3 at the 12-yard line. Do you make it a 7-point game? Do you try going for it? I would kick here. I would kick. 4th and 3. 4th and 1, I would go. 4th and 3. They're lined up to go for it. We'll see if they just try to drum offside. I'm not sure they're going to call a play here. I'm not sure they're going to call a play. Stockton looking toward the sideline. Trips to the bottom, 1 at the top. I don't think they're going to call a play. They are. Oh my goodness, they're calling a play. They're going to hand off to Jones. They give it to their 3rd string running back, and it's a first down. Now there is a flag on the field. They came on the tackle. Hands to the face. Kirby wants hands to the face. Is he going to get hands to the face? The guts to not just go for it, but give it to your 3rd string running back. Trevor or Travis? I like Travis Etienne better. Hands to the face on the defense, so move it up. At the 4-yard line, 1st and goal. The guts, the decision pays off. We've seen a lot of that this week. Gutsy decisions paying off. They get hands to face. Now, maybe they should have gotten holding too. They should have gotten holding on that one as well. Jared Wilson was just mauling, tugging the jersey of a Texas lineman. He got 5 in. Nice. 1st and goal. Either way, ball at the 4-yard line. Sheds take a 2-story. Trips to the bottom, 2 at the top. Now ETN motions over. Gonna keep himself looking for some space. Not gonna find anything. Ethan Burke on the stop at the 5-yard line. Simpsons made a lot of fun on the Broncos. Who presents the MVP awards for these games? I'm not sure. I think just a commissioner. 2nd and goal, under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. Again, if you're just joining us, Gunnar Stockton and a quarterback, Carson Beck, injured on the final play of the first half. He's out for the rest of this game. We'll see how long he's out. The give, nothing doing for ETN. Loss of 2, bottled up in the backfield there by Michael Taffy. Number 16, 3rd and goal. Simmons ever have alternate broadcast set episode? No, they did not. They predicted a lot of stuff. They have not predicted that. Third and goal. Drive started with a huge run, 49 yards by ETN. A gutsy decision to go for on 4th down. Stockton is yet to be able to pass of his stride past the line of scrimmage. 1 minute in the third. 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top. Stockton takes a snap. Look it. Going to take off and run, and he will get nothing on the play. Gets a yard, but Anthony Hill on the stop. 4th and goal. They went for it last time on 4th and 3. You figure this time they're not going to mess around. At the 6-yard line, I would be very surprised if they keep the offense out there. Woodring is out there. Stockton's the holder. So, he stays on. But Woodring, one of the best kickers in the game. Should be a chip shot here. From 24 yards out. Right down the pipe. 18 seconds in the third. Georgia scored the last 10 points of the contest. They lead it. 13-6. Also, broadcast likely having Fortnite, Roblox, Minecraft, Among Us, Simity Toilet. Fortnite I could see. I see a game in Fortnite. What NFL team will get Trevor Etienne? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what his draft stock would be. It's not super high. Don't like this early. Turn a touchdown game into a touchdown game? No, at the 6-yard line, I'm fine with it. Touchdown game into a touchdown game doesn't really apply when it's still the third quarter and when it's a long 4th and goal. Like, if it was at the 2-yard line, different story. If Georgia loses out of the playoff? No, I don't think so. They showed enough competence. If Beck was a higher round pick, they've sat him. I think it was a senior. Maybe. I don't know. He's inconsistent. Beck is very inconsistent. Like the Georgia Tech game, he was money. Then he got other games that he played where it was not so money. You don't know which version of Beck you're going to get. Yeah, I don't think Trevor Etienne's going first round. I'm not even sure he goes second round. Now, there's a bit of red flags with him. Bit of red flags from an off the field perspective. He gets suspended for half a game. The transfer saga at Florida was pretty brutal. You homer coach on the Cowboys? Yeah, it does seem right. It feels right. Final play of the quarter. Half of the middle. Not a whole lot there for Wisner. Georgia's run defense is looking stout this game. Down to the 27-yard line. 2nd and 8. Texas down by 7. When we get back, I'll put a poll up. Get those 4s out. Who wins this game? So do it to FSU after winning every game, but Georgia gets a pass? Well, if Georgia... Well, Georgia, if they win the conference, who are you going to put in over Georgia? Who are you putting in over Georgia? If they win this game, who are you putting in over Georgia? You're not putting Army in. Does Beck's draft stock fall down to a day 3 pick? I think it'll be a day 2, but it's not going to be day 1. Is Overly sponsoring that? Oh my goodness. Wrexham's now tied for top of League 1. Holy crap. They're one step away from the Prem if they win the league. It's going to be top 2, right? They're just going to be top 2. 3rd through 6 make the playoff, but they're just going to be top 2 if I'm not mistaken. Natty's UFUCF, the conflict that will cause a lot of conflict. Joe Merrill around Jacksonville AW event. See, that wouldn't shock me. AFC North and East only divisions where all the teams playing outdoor venues. That is true. That is true on that one. All right. Well, you can't. Well, it's not about Miami over Georgia. Wouldn't it be that? Even if we're entertaining that hypothetical, wouldn't it be about that because Miami is not a conference champion. So it's a bit different. You have to take a conference champion over, and you're not doing that. Again, Georgia's in. They just have to show some competence on offense. Problem is that FSU showed zero competence with their backup quarterback. They showed zero competence. I want Georgia to score a touchdown to make the joke that no one's ever blown 17-6 in the fourth quarter. Nice. Texas wins the game. They should give back the FSU treatment for justice. Promise if they look competent. Promise that, like, I would have said yes to that if they didn't look competent offensively, but they've scored 10 with Beck. They scored 10 with Stockton that quarter. Granted, did he play all that well that quarter? No. But they show that they can run the ball. FSU did not show any semblance of being able to move the ball last year. So it's a bit different. They did not show anything that said we can move the ball against a good team. Also have to remember, FSU did it against crap teams. Georgia's doing this against the number 2 team in the country. So apples and oranges in that regard. You know, Wrexham's absolutely famous. That's branding done right. That is branding done perfectly. Mouthpiece on run plays, heels in on his helmet on passing. Oh. Did someone post on Twitter? Is that a tell? Is that a tell? Did someone put... Do you find that on yourself or did someone post it on Twitter? Like, that is an interesting tell. I'll have to look for that next time. I had not even noticed that. Let's see if I can get these graphics in really quickly for the next game. Let's make sure the transition is seamless and smooth for the next game. There's some. Oh, nice. I'll have to check that out next time. 2nd and 8. Ewers fires, caught, breaks the tackle to the 40, 45, 50, out of bounds to the 49 yards. Matthew Golden. Texas has struggled offensively today, but he is not. Gain of 24 and a first down. So here mentioned being his helmet. Ooh, all right. I will have to make a note of that. Texas haven't played anyone with those, so number 2 rank is misleading. I mean, they're in a tough conference, but they did destroy Florida. Granted, they didn't have their starter at quarterback, but still. Handoff. We'll call it again a 7 on the run. 2nd and 3. Texas marching right now. Texas, the horns are marching. Most of you, by the way, it's pretty split down the middle in terms of Texas, Georgia. Who do you think wins this game? It was 78% Texas at the half. It's flipped up quite a bit since then, but still plenty of time left, obviously, in this one. Pass thrown into the dirt, looking for goal on the drag route. 3rd and 3. Just make sure I get everything in. I just want to make sure. So the transition, whenever we do the next game, is seamless as possible. All right. 3rd and 3. Play action. Slant pass. Wide open. Caught. First down. That's a breaks a tackle. He's gone. He's gone. We're going to be all tied up. DeAndre Moore. More. Texas scores their first touchdown of the game. And it's 13-12. 41 yards for DeAndre Moore. Made the safety miss after catching on the screen. At that point, he was off to the races. DeAndre Moore. Didn't do anything last time these teams met. But gets his 6th receiving touchdown of the season. It's a big one. Ties the game. Extra point. Auburn has missed 2 field goals today, but the extra point is no issue. 13-all. A huge response there. Quinn Ewers fires the slant pass. Easy pitch and catch. And I don't just one to beat him in terms of the safety. Moment he saw KJ Bolden, the safety, cheating inside, knew he had that route. And just over pursued on the angle. He was gone. All right. This one little over pursuit, that's all it takes. All it takes at this level. All it takes. All right, there we go. Well, now by kicking the field goal, now you're tied, not losing. So it does make a difference. Fair catch at the 25-yard line. Georgia going to take over here. Georgia had scored 10 straight points before that touchdown. Got some work to do now. To say the least. And after this, we will be doing Penn State, Oregon. You guys made the call on that one. Over the Clemson SMU game. So we're going to do that for the potential #1 seed. Definitely a first-round bye. How many Americans start following Birmingham City because Tom Brady, or Burnley because J.J. Watt? Well, I don't know about Birmingham City because Brady, he doesn't really post a whole lot about that. Burnley, J.J. Watt, he's pretty tied with the club, so that makes sense. Loss of 2, I should say, for Stockton. So eat that play. Georgia done? I feel like every 5 minutes the chat changes. Like, oh, Texas is done. Georgia's done. Like, this was a back-and-forth game. Lock of the day, probably the Fins. Or, yeah, I'd say the Fins. 2nd and 12. Yeah, Burnley, I can see people following them. Birmingham City, I can't see anyone following them because of Tom Brady. 2nd and 12. 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Stockton. They send 3. Looking. Checks it down to his running back, Frazier. Frazier makes one-man miss before he's brought down the 32-yard line by Trey Moore. Brings up 3rd and 3. Yeah, Wrexham. Wait, did they outsell Man U, Arsenal, Liverpool? That does not sound right to me. They outsell Liverpool? How? That's incredible. For the first time conference teams from this weekend, that would be insane. Oregon wouldn't have shocked me at the start of the season. Texas also would not have shocked me. Army a bit. ASU flabbergasted. SMU I would be flabbergasted. 3rd and 3. 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Stockton looks. Swing pass not there. He's going to try a screen behind the line to Lovett, who's been held in check today. He's going to lose 2 yards there. It's a quick 3 and out. Gilbo on the stop. 4th and 5. Need Georgia to win. It's up in the air. If you're talking for betting purposes, I don't know if it's because you're a fan of the team, if you're talking for betting purposes, you want to place a bet, go to oddsstream.com, use code JG9, 25% for your first month. Helps the channel out a ton. Tyler O'Neill, 3 years, $49.5 million to the Orioles. Tyler O'Neill to the Orioles. But yeah, go to oddsstream.com. They give you positive EV. They're going to fake punt, 4th and 5. They fake it and they get it. A gutsy call by Kirby. Gain of 8, Arian Smith. They fake the punt. And they don't have their starting punter. Charlie Ham is the punter for Georgia. And they just give a direct snap to Arian Smith. What a gutsy call. It would have been a field goal range if it didn't pay off. Ball at the 39-yard line as a result. They needed a spark somehow. That might be the play. Trips to the top, 1 at the bottom. Handoff. Frazier up the middle. He'll get down to the 42-yard line, we'll call it. Gain of 3. Birmingham's got history, though. Birmingham's got a ton of history. But in terms of like America, I'm not sure how many fans follow Birmingham in America. Was that a direct? That was actually to the offensive lineman. That was to Bobo. That was Drew Bobo, the backup center. And then he just tossed it to Smith. That's a pass. That's actually a pass. How Florida State fare in the title game, the ACC? The title game's out for another 3 hours. Or another hour. But maybe FSU's got a chance. Maybe. Maybe if every other team drops out, they could be called on. To the top, one at the bottom. Hand off ETN. ETN, first down the play. Has a hole in plus territory, the 48-yard line. Brought down there by Anthony Hill. Gain of 10. When teams usually run fake punts, when they need a spark offensively, and when they're feeling gutsy. You remember when everyone was so Georgia's done? Yeah, now they're driving. Yeah, this game is like the true definition of back and forth. Momentum is crazy in this game. It's swayed back and forth in this one. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, us out a ton of donation. Counter name with the call. Can help you decide which game we're calling on Tuesday for college basketball. Screen pass behind the line, nothing doing. Brought down on the play by Alfred Collins, number 95. Catch by Arian Smith. But again, nothing doing. Under 10 to go, 9.5 to be exact. 2nd and 10. You don't have any desire to go to England, other parts of England besides like London? I don't have any desire for that. Second down, ball at the 48-yard line. Stockton hasn't done a lot since the first drive, but that's a nice throw on the out route to the 41-yard line. Arian Smith, back-to-back grabs for him. Worst pass rush ever for a Super Bowl team. Away cards, yeah, that's not a bad play. Not a bad pick. The AFA Pats have anyone? Pats have anyone in that pass rush? Blanking on? Yeah, no, they had Tippett. Yeah, no, I wasn't counting Tippett. I was just talking like front four. But no, that's, yeah, no, probably away cards. Not a bad play. 3rd and 3. Stockton swings it. ETN, first down. This drive is killing clock too at the 38-yard line. 8 minutes to go. Expectations for ASU this season? 3 wins. I expected nothing. I said if we won 3 games, I'd be impressed. To make the playoff is just... I don't know what to say. I don't even know what to say to that. I honestly don't. First down the 38-yard line. 1 at the bottom, 1 at the top. They're going to toss it out wide. This one going to Evans. Evans, they tried to play earlier, it didn't work. This time they get some yards, but fumbles it, recovers his own fumble at the 33-yard line. That's twice given to Evans on offense. First time, lost 7 yards. This time, he can't hold on to the ball. David Gabenda forces the fumble, but Evans gets a fortuitous bounce. Falls on it. You know, Stockton accurate? Maybe not, but... You know, they're running pretty well right now. And Kirby not happy about that. You don't need to read lips to know that he's not too happy about that. 2nd and 5. They give up the middle. Frazier cuts to the outside to the 25. 20 out of bounds to the 19-yard line. Forced out by Jahad Barron. Jahad Barron on the tackle. Gain of 14. Again, no Carson back. Not really a problem. They only scored 3 points in the first half. Ever since Stockton came in, they've relied more on the ground game. And they're moving it better. They've always been a second-half team. You know, Arch next year is going to be fun. He's going to be one of the favorites for the Heisman, and rightfully so. First down at the 18-yard line after the gain of 15 on the run by Frazier. That 2-minute monster for ETN and Frazier went healthy. So good. Here goes Frazier again. Here goes Frazier. Frazier goes down at the 4. Ball comes out. Who's got it? Georgia thinks they have it. Frazier lost the ball as he was going down at the 4-yard line. That is 2 fumble recoveries by Georgia on this drive. You know, cats have 9 lives, but dogs have a crap ton of lives too based on this drive. 2 fumbles. Both recovered by Georgia. Makuba forces it. Somehow, Georgia able to fall on this. Travis Howard, he'll be a DB. But he'll play wide receiver too, but he's going to play DB primarily. Oregon State versus Florida State. Who wins? Oregon State. That's how bad they were. First and goal. 5:50 to go. Clock running on this drive. On every play, Stockton takes the snap. Toss it to ETN. ETN trying to turn the corner. Will not get anything. Brought down by Baron Sorrell. Second and goal. We're looking at about a 9-minute drive here. Texas Stevens been on the field for a long time. I'm telling everyone I know that Wrexham will go up against. I don't trust Wickham to go up at all. Yeah, I can't really trust Wickham. Wrexham's got the funding, they got the backing. I can see it. Second and goal. Man in motion, getting it to the side, breaks one tackle, and we'll get down to the 3. The give there to Phillips on his first touch of the day. He's down in some pain. So 5 minutes to go. We're going to take a timeout due to the injury. Phillips on the give that time. Just his 6th run of the season. Clean hit there, obviously, by Makuba. Just skipping some pain. We have an injury timeout. Third and goal. Now, is this 4-down territory? 13 years, $390. I mean, that would be insanely cheap. Is this with the way your defense is playing? Again, if you get a touchdown, you're in a good spot. If it's 4th and goal, you don't get it. Texas starting inside their own 5. It might be 4-down territory. We've seen Kirby Smart have some balls of steel already. Genty top 10? Depends on who's picking. But yeah, Bengals, Cowboys, I could see it. The whole roster's hurt. At least Phillips, he's a backup running back, but so you never like seeing anyone get hurt. You know, the deal for Soto is going to be at least $700 million. At least. At least. Well, if Georgia wins this game, they're not going to face IU. Not in the first round, obviously. Third and goal at the 3. When we get back, again. Quick moving drive, long drive. Zach Taylor will be around beyond the end of the season. He should not be, but I think he will be for one more year. There'll be some staff changes, but I think he'll be around for one more year. He shouldn't be, but I think he's going to stay. Again, after this game, we are doing Big Ten. As a reminder, any donation gets your question right away. They also count toward you pick the call. Help me decide which game we are calling Tuesday night for college basketball. We're going to eliminate the lowest donated game tonight, and we're going to make the call on what game we're going to do. Make the call tomorrow at halftime of Sunday Night Football. If they lose. If they lose, they could be slated to face IU. But you also have to remember, too, we have to wait to see what happens with SMU. We'll see what happens with the Oregon Penn State game. Like, it's not a lock. It's not a lock. Seedings could change. Patriots, Lord T. Higgins, they got a lot of cap space. The Bengals defense has been a huge disappointment. With even an average defense, they're in the playoffs easily. But that defense is just historically bad. It's historically bad. All right, so after the injury, again, this is a 10-minute drive. Third and goal. $4:58 to go. Clock running. Delp in motion. Stockton. Delp not open in the flat. Stockton looking. Tipped at the line. Incomplete. Decision time here. Do you take the points? Or do you go, and if you don't get it, you pin them deep? Decisions. Again, Texas has driven down the field well this game. They just haven't finished drives, but they've driven. Stockton's done next to nothing after that first drive. They're going to kick the field goal. Woodring, it's a chip shot for him. They're going to take the points, take the lead. 21-yard try. Drills it. 16-13. But a 10-minute drive. Just 3 points out of it. And Texas will have a chance to respond after a touchdown on their last drive when we get back. With all their timeouts, mid-2010s Drew Brees or Burrow in 24? Probably Brees, because at least he's going to play in a dome. Well, you wouldn't demote Mayo. You never see head coaches get demoted. That's the easiest way to have a power struggle. You don't do that. You don't do that. If Stockton did not complete a pass more than 10 yards the whole fourth quarter, he did not. Jets move on for Rodgers? Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. It's gotten way too toxic, and Rodgers can't play. They'll move on. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. Helps us out a ton on the channel. Every donation gets your question right away. If you go to oddster.com, use my code GG9, get 25% for the first month. Most winning ACC or Big Ten? ACC. Because that could be a winning and you're in, lose, you're out game. Odds and get someone who's not bottom of the barrel free agent in a rebuilding process? Slim. Super duper slim. You know, ACC has more meaning. Big Ten, both teams are in. Both teams are in for the Big Ten. ACC, Clemson, they win, they're in, they lose, they're out. SMU, win, they're in, lose, I have no clue. Will the Jets get a QB to replace Rodgers? You know, that Sam Darnold kid looks pretty good. He's a free agent, you know? Not the worst idea. Yeah, I don't know who they're going to get a QB. I don't know. It depends. He did not get picked. Woody Johnson did not get picked for the ambassador role. He was the ambassador last time. Texas gets a touchdown. They win. The committee needs to give them the FSU treatment because Stockton said, well, they won't go forward without Beck. Well, again, the thing with them, they're moving the ball. Even without Beck, they're moving the ball. They're running it well. They have a 1-2 combo, a 1-2 monster in ETN and Frazier. It's not the same as FSU in that regard. It's not the same. Because this is against a really good team. FSU didn't play anyone. It's a little bit different. A little bit different. All right. Texas getting it back. I saw a bad contract. Jets taking Cousins. I don't know. What instead of the Falcons have to do that? They don't feel bad for Devontae. Oh, neither do I. Thoughts on the Bills? They look great. They look really, really good. They're playing the best football in the AFC right now. You know, Mayo looks out of his depth. He looks out of his depth. I don't think he is a quality head coach at all. 80 people watching right now. If you like what you see, like and subscribe again. We do all the college games. We're going to be live for Clemson. Not Clemson. Penn State, Oregon. Be live for that. Let's pick up Darnold and Frazier. I think a lot of teams would. A lot of teams would go after him. I see Vegas going after him for sure. I can see the Giants potentially. Maybe Tennessee. If Levis doesn't look good. Kickoff. End zone, touchback, ball at the 25-yard line. Yeah, if you are a member, you can try to support for either one of those teams using those emojis in the chat. You know, he's not going to go back to the Jets. How much are they kicking themselves? Pretty high. Yeah, Swinner to Atlanta. Yeah, that would be the only way to do it. If they are smashing Penn State, we can Heidi that one out to the ACC, depending on how that goes. That game is Heidiable. That game is switchable. Because both of those games mean something. Those lines right now, ooh. Give me the home team. Whoever's at home. Hand off up the middle. Nothing doing. Loss of 2. Weiser going nowhere. 2nd and 12. Is this 4-down territory for Texas? That drive by Georgia was 10 minutes long. They had to have thought they were going to get extra possession. Very clearly did not. Quinn looking. Sacked on the play at the 17-yard line. 5 sacks today. Williams gets the stop. 3rd and a mile. Big Ten game and ACC both begin at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. So probably like 8:15. Because they never start on time. We all know that. NBC starts on time, but CBS does not. And ESPN, God no. 3rd and 17. Quinn Ewers looking. Sideline shot. Wobbly throw. That is intercepted. Intercepted at the 29-yard line by Dalen Everett. Second time today, Georgia's picked him off. It's a first down for the Dogs in plus territory. 3:36 to go. A horrible throw by Quinn Ewers. They can feel the bye slipping away from his 9th pick of the season. Everett. Give him his 2nd pick of the game, if I'm not mistaken. It is the 2nd pick of the game. He's been dominant on that side of the field. No separation whatsoever. Was trying to target his go-to man, Golden. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. And there will definitely be some controversy regarding the QB situation down in Austin for the playoff. Georgia football. Georgia stepped up big time without their starting quarterback, Carson Beck. Handoff. ETN. Cuts. Gain of 1. We'll see if Texas starts taking their timeouts right now. Georgia is in a spot where they can run out the clock if they get enough first downs. Yes, there was a finite ending to the drive, but you need a few first downs to do. You can't run the clock out. You do this drive properly, you can. And Texas defense on the field for 10 straight minutes. They're going back out there after a quasi 3-and-out. Pick the Jacks for the playoffs? I did not. And I am financially better off because of that. Because I did not bet on it. Although I should have bet on the under. First time on the road. No, they'll make a playoff game. No, they'll be at home. They're not going to be on the road. They're throwing Stockton complete. ETN down to the 21-yard line. Brought down by Anthony Hill. Flag on the play, though. Hang on a second. And they're going to host a game. Texas would host. I don't know if Georgia would host, but Texas would host if they lose. You're not dropping them past the 8 line. Also 14 by Georgia, Penn State, Boise State, Arizona State. Could be. You know, holding on play, that's a big holding penalty. Back it up. 2nd and 19. Bleed this clock dry. You could. You could absolutely bleed this clock dry. Yeah, that's a pretty obvious holding there on Jared Wilson, the center. It's funny, Sark said during the presser at halftime, I wonder when they're going to start calling holdings on the other side. They do. Right there. Pushes them back a bit. 2nd and 18. Texas saw their timeouts and the 2-minute timeout to work with. Clemson beats SMU, ASU top 4. Oh, easily. Easily. That will be no debate at all. There's no debate if SMU wins, they're a top 4 seed. The debate is between Arizona State and Boise State for the 4th. If Clemson wins, it's Boise and Arizona State. That's easy. Clemson's not getting a top 4 seed no matter what they do. They'll be the 12. So down, handoff up the middle. Gets down to the 31. Frazier. And Texas wisely calls timeout. They'll have 2 left. Call it 3rd and 13. So you have a play picture pretty much settled? No. AFC you could say maybe to some extent. The teams are settled. NFC, no. It's wide open. NFC West in particular, it is wide open. NFC South too. All right, 2 timeouts for Texas. We're going to a TV timeout, media timeout. You know, Texas will host a game regardless of what happens. I would be flabbergasted if they're on the road. If Texas is on the road for the first round, I'd be flabbergasted. Again, there's still time left in this one. Championship games should not punish teams as much as regular season results. I agree with you. I agree with you 100% on that. I'm not sure they should punish you that much at all. I'm not even sure they should punish you that much. Thoughts on the Cardinals? Murray's been inconsistent lately. Gannon has not coached well as of late. I don't know with the Cardinals. Every time I want to believe in them, they let me down. They're kind of like the 2010 Jaguars in that regard. The 2009-2010 Jaguars, like every time I want to believe in them, they show flashes and let me down. Texas will be a 5 with the loss unless Oregon loses, and it'll be a 6. How do they treat Notre Dame is the question. I think here's what I think. I think Notre Dame is locked into the 5. Texas ever had chances games? Absolutely. They were winning. They were winning at the half. So here's what I think with the seeds. Notre Dame is locked in as the 5 unless Oregon loses. If Oregon loses, Notre Dame drops to the 6. Notre Dame's otherwise they're locked in as a 5. Texas will not fall lower than 7. They'll be 6 if they lose this game and Penn State loses. And they'll be 7 if Oregon loses. If SU loses 100%, they drop below Alabama, so playing a championship game will punish them. I hope they don't. I hope not. Believe me, we don't know how they're going to treat that. We don't know how they're going to treat that. I hope to God, if SMU loses, they don't punish them by kicking them out of the playoff. That would be so unfair to them. That would be woefully unfair to them. The only way I think they get severely punished is if they lose by 50. Texas falls below Notre Dame. I mean, 2 losses versus 1. Quinn Ewers, there's a giant question mark there. I don't know. Not that it really matters. 5 seed versus 6 seed are still hosting a game either way. So from the rest of this rate, I think the Rams win it. Would someone love me the same way that they love us Alabama? You and me both, baby. You and me both. Yeah, I mean, I think they will punish them if they lose. I just don't know how much they'll punish them. They already said they're not going to, but again, they make the rules up as they go along. We don't know what the committee's thinking. So let's remember, the ACC game is at the same time as the Big Ten game. It's simultaneous. So you can't pay attention to 2 games at the same time, like full attention. So, I don't know how they're going to look at that. 3rd and 13. Trips to the bottom. Cash Jones in the backfield. Ball at the 31-yard line. They're throwing. Pressured. Fires. Sideline. Intercepted at the 25 to the 30. Down to 33. Stockton throws his first pick of the season. And what a horrible time to throw it. Texas gets new life with 2:30. Are you kidding me? They were in field goal range for Woodring. All you had to do was not throw that pass. And Texas probably needs a touchdown. Texas has a chance. No one even remotely home to the point where if that was incomplete, that could have been grounding. He was in the pocket. Intercepted by Barron. A robber baron on that one. His team high 5th pick of the season. I cannot believe they did not run the ball there. I cannot believe they did not run the ball in that spot. First down the 34-yard line. New life. The team's trade picks. This game has been wild. Quinn Ewers, screen pass. Caught. Weiser, space to the 40. Trucks his way to the 45. Gain of 11. Brought down by Mondin. 2:20 to go. Texas, plenty of time. Especially him being a ghost. Honestly, probably a ghost. Injured player on the field is KJ Bolden, the freshman safety. Yeah, the amount of times people have said, like, oh, Georgia's got this in the bag now. Texas has about it. And now it's like back and forth. This game has been insane. Coach Bill the Tour, welcome down the decisions. Run the dang ball. Oh, man. I'm right there with you. Which game do you want for college basketball? Which game do you want me to do? Tennessee, Miami, NDSU Butler, or Karen against UMBC? Which game do you want? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you a ton. Which game do you want me to do? Which game do you want? Yeah, coach, not so smart. I don't know how you don't run the ball there. That holding penalty really got him out of sorts. Which game do you want? I'll put you on your $2 for either one of those games. Appreciate you, man, a ton. As always. Coach Kirby Dumb. Dumbest coach in senior college football history? Oh, easy. Mario Cristobal. Is there a close second? Cristobal not taking a knee in the Miami Georgia Tech game? And that's not even recency bias. That's literally you have the game won. You have the game won. Mario Cristobal is the dumbest decision of all time. And I don't think they're going to be kept out. I don't think this will keep them out, but I think seeding-wise, it makes things interesting. Because Stockton has not looked good since coming after the first drive. Texas had all the answers for Stockton. They might not host. They might not host. Yeah, Florida State was so close. If like 10 more games went their way, they probably had a chance. First down, hands it off. Wisner down to the 47-yard line, gain of 2. Williams on the stop. 2nd and 8, takes it to the 2-minute timeout. Now put a poll up. What was Chris Paul last year? Georgia coming off an 8 overtime game against Georgia Tech. I swear to God. If that happens again. West Texas running the ball, burning up clock. There's a 2-minute timeout, so it didn't matter. Either way, that was going to be the final play before the 2-minute timeout. Either way, it's going to be the final play. Yeah, if you didn't see the Mario Cristobal play, I'll leave a link. Haven't seen it. It is the dumbest ending you'll see in your life. Like, truly. You will never see... Is that college stage dumber than Miracle in the Meadowlands? Yes. Yes, it is. It is way dumber than Miracle in the Meadowlands. Because at least the kneel down wasn't, like, popularized back then. This was literally, they had the game won. This was literally, Miami Georgia Tech, they had the game won. They just had to take a knee. And they didn't take a knee. They fumble the ball, and then they lose the game. Yeah, basically the same decision, but somehow even worse. Because the kneel down's been popularized for the last 45 years after that play. Georgia still favoring the live odds? Ooh. Again, winner of this game gets the bye. Loser of this game awaits their fate. Texas hosting Georgia, I have no clue. Georgia, they're in. I have no clue if they're hosting. If they lose this game. Will we have overtime? My voice box will not be able to handle OT. 8 overtimes last time Georgia played. The second longest game in FBS history. Besides Penn State, Illinois. 8 OTs to beat their rivals in clean old-fashioned hate. Give them that clinched a playoff spot for them. Be a Jaggy Awards? I'm not sure. Yeah, dumber than the Indiana Bears lines. Yes, it was. It was dumber than the Indiana Bears lines. There truly was no logic. You just have to kneel the ball down, you win the game. Best college player since Reggie Bush? Well, since Reggie Bush, it's Tebow. I mean, Tebow may be the greatest college player of all time. It's Tebow. It's like not even close. Tebow came after Bush, so it's Tebow. Tebow, for my money, as a biased Gator fan, only 3-time Heisman finalist ever, won 2 natties. He's the greatest player in college history. For our dumb decision of the year, for the NFL, it's Eberflus. It's Eberflus. It's Eberflus. For college, I might, honestly, I know they won the game, but the ASU BYU ending was so stupid. The ASU BYU ending was just absurd. Also, same thing, Colorado, North Dakota State. I know they won the game, but Colorado just has to take a knee. They win it. Touchable playoff rules? I don't have a problem with them. I have no problem with them. All right, it seems pretty split down the middle in terms of who thinks what's going to happen. 2nd and 8, ball to 47. If you like what you like, challenge front. Twist to the bottom, one at the top. Flag blown before the play. How close is that poll? 30% of you think it's going OT. 33% think Texas wins in regulation. 36% thinks Georgia wins in regulation. False start, back it up 5 yards. I mean, it is split 3 ways right down the middle. Again, we're going to be live for Penn State, Oregon after this game is done. I'll leave a link to that so you know where to go. Second and 13. Ewers looking. Crosser. Caught at the 48. It's DeAndre Moore who caught the touchdown earlier. 3rd and 3. Yeah, this comes down to the leg of Auburn. He's missed 2 kicks today already. Both of them pulled wide to the left. All right, 3rd and 2. Broken up, incomplete. Obviously going for it here. 4th and 2. Ball at the 48. Texas has 2 timeouts left. So if they don't get this first, it's not over yet necessarily. But obviously you're behind the 8 ball. In this game over on ABC. Winner gets a bye. Loser will have to play in the first round. 4th and 2. 12 on the play clock. Ball at the 48-yard line. Got to get to the 46. 45, actually. It's 4th and a long two. We'll call 4th and 3. Ewers 6 a snap. Looking. Out route. Caught at the 44. It's Moore. Another clutch grab for DeAndre Moore. It's a gain of 4 and a first down. And Auburn this season, he's money inside 40. You want to get ideally to the 25. Slam pass, that's going to help. It's Moore once again. That same route he ran that got the touchdown, just to the opposite side. 2nd and 1. You get inside the 25, you're okay. They're going to run the ball to the side. First down, cuts into the 30, down to the 29-yard line. 54 seconds, clock stops for the moment. It's Wisner. And limping off the field is Bond. Checking on him, obviously Bond, a huge, huge part of this offense. Over 500 receiving yards this season. 48 seconds, clock is running. 44, 43, here we go. Now timeout on the field by Georgia. Make sure their defense is set. They'll have 2 left. 39 seconds left. Texas driving. For those wondering, we have never, in the history of the SEC Championship, dating back to 1992, we have never seen a game go into overtime. We've seen a lot of close games, a lot of great games. We have never seen an overtime game in the SEC Championship. Isaiah Bond is the guy that was injured. Put 41 seconds back on the clock. You can click that link above to join the Penn State Oregon stream once this game is done. Your Georgia calls out? No, makes sense. Texas was going to get the playoff. Texas was going to get the playoff. 1st and 10. Yeah, that's a good Texas reference. First down, ball to 29. Trips to the top, 1 to the bottom. Motioning out wide is Golden. Ewers looking. Deep shot. End zone. Has a step. PI. Multiple flags flying. Looking for Ryan Wingo, the freshman. Only 2 catches in November for 11 yards. But makes a huge impact there. Move it up 15. Everett getting called for PI. He's got 2 picks today. That one's going to hurt. And obviously that's the right call. Tackles him beforehand, doesn't turn around. They're going to call that every time. The 14, get 92 his first year of the SC title game. Now, SC was around for a while, but that was the first year of the title game. And now time not an issue for Texas. If you're Georgia and the clock runs, you start taking timeouts of your own. Ball at the 14. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. 35 seconds. Quinn fakes 2 passes. The play is not there. Down to the 20-yard line, sacked for the 5th time today. Williams on the sack. That was the same play the Jaguars ran against the Steelers in the 2017 divisional round to Tommy Bohannon. That was the play. Try and get a tight end seam after faking the double screen. Doesn't work that time. Texas will call timeout. Yeah, this game is for a bye. The all-important bye. 2nd and 15. Can Georgia's defense hold? 29 seconds. I saw the concept there. They tried to fake one screen to the left side, one to the right side, and then tight end seam up the middle. That play has worked before. I've seen teams pull it off masterfully. Texas, not so much. This Georgia offensive line is too good. Long developing plays against Georgia's defensive line, not always the best strategy. 2nd and 15. One at the bottom, trips at the top. 29 seconds. Will we have another overtime game for Georgia? Ewers takes a snap. They send 4. Looking. End zone incomplete. Looking for Wingo. Again, someone's got to step up. With Bond out, they're looking at Wingo, the true freshman, to do it. Tight coverage there, roughly 24 seconds. 3rd and 15. Wingo had the inside step, but safety help there by Daniel Harris. 3rd and 15. Obviously, the clock runs. Georgia's calling timeout. Empty set. Now in the backfield is Wisner. 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top now. Looking, screen pass, caught by Wingo. Wingo lost the football. Did he ever make a football move? Did he ever catch the ball? Did Wingo ever catch that football? They're going to say no. Stops the clock, and Wingo, they're going to say he never caught the ball. He never did. The Texas receivers butterfingers today. And now it's Bert Auburn. He's missed 2 kicks today, wide left. The good news, if you want to call it good news, both kicks that he missed wide left were from the right hash mark. This one's from the left. 37 yards. He's perfect inside 40 this season. This, to potentially force overtime, Georgia calling timeout. Not sure I necessarily agree with this. Bert Auburn. Both misses from the right hash mark, wide left. He's starting this one on the left. And remember as well, Texas had 3 points taken off the board because of a false start penalty that then resulted in a missed field goal. Wasn't for that, we're looking at a completely different situation right now. Auburn 2 for 4 today. He is 12 for 19 on the season, hitting just 63% of his kicks. He wants 65%. That is a passing grade for a lot of places. A lot of schools, 65% is barely passing. 37 yards. Money inside 40 today. Money inside 40 this season. To potentially force OT. Snap good. Auburn. Money. 16 all with 18 seconds. And we might get ourselves overtime. Again, we have never had overtime in an SEC championship before. We're 18 seconds away from that here. And it all comes back to the horrible decision by Stockton to throw the football on 3rd down right into the hands of Barron. This next game for working overtime. I would do the voice if I didn't have bronchitis. Again, after this, we are doing Oregon against Penn State. I swear to God, if this game goes in overtime like the last one that Georgia played, I'm just going to assume this is the record if this goes OT. For the most overtimes played in back-to-back weeks by one team? All right. 16 all. We got over 100 people watching. Texas kicking off. You figure this is going to be a fair catch at the 25-yard line. And it will be going into the end zone for a touchback. Will they try anything here? You might try a run. You're not throwing. You're not throwing here with Stockton in one timeout. You're not throwing. But you might try a run. If you're just joining us, Carson Beck injured on the final play of the first half. Stockton 9 for 13, 60 yards. A lot of that came on the first drive, though. I would do the overtime voice if I didn't have bronchitis. 1st and 10. What will they do here? You figure they're just going to run the ball. I'm not sure they're calling any passing plays here. But I send them out wide. Trips to the bottom, one at the top. They are just going to run it. We're going to get anything here. Nothing doing. That should send us to OT as ETN gets 3 yards, and that's it. Folks, we got overtime. We do it again. For the second straight week, the Dogs want some more football. Combined with Terry McDermott, ran 7-0 for Philly dumb decision. No, I'm not so sure. Yeah, everything I say Stockton can't pass. All right, I will put a poll up. Georgia. It has been a long time since they played an overtime game. The last time a Georgia game went to OT was 8 days ago. 8 of them, to be exact. Again, a winner of this game gets a bye. Loser, still in the playoff. But they'll have some work to do. And again, after this game, we'll be live for Penn State, Oregon. Let me just let people know if they're waiting in that chat. $6-3 at the half, 16 all right now. Keeping this on stream? Probably not. Probably not. I don't think we're going to be doing that. I might change my mind. Depends on how long this game goes. Again, OT rules. If you didn't watch last week, the first possession, do whatever the heck you want. If it's still tied, we go to a second overtime. If you score a touchdown, you got to go for 2. If we're still tied after that, we alternate 2-point conversions. And that's how we determine our winner. 20 OTs? Maybe. The first OT in SEC championship history. The Texans should have won the game by 100 yards and penalties kept it close. Not blaming the refs. No, the penalties, very sloppy. Very sloppy. Some of them borderline, but a lot of them very, very sloppy. All right. Texans have a chance? It's in overtime right now. What are you talking about? All right. Does the Cheez-It Stadium look like Aloha Stadium? Cheez-It Stadium looks like Aloha Stadium. All right, we're going to do the coin toss here. And the conventional wisdom says defer for the first OT. And after this, we will have Penn State, Oregon. Whenever this game is done, which I have no clue. Could take an hour, like the last time Georgia played OT. Each team 1 timeout in the OT period. Georgia is the visitors, despite playing in their home state. Which means alternate two-point conversions. You get one play from the 3-yard line. Flip here. Georgia wins the toss. Texas going to get it to start. In the first, we're going to call both games. I'm going to wait for this one to be done before doing that. The first time ever, the SEC Championship was created in 1992. Browns don't? Yeah, why not? Why not? First time ever, we have seen an overtime game in the SEC Championship in 30-plus years. If I had overtime for 28 years, still explain for inside good OT format. Because they changed the rules. They changed the rules. Well, they changed they explain overtime rules for NFL too. They explain it for the NFL as well. It's pretty common practice. Pretty common practice. It's only in sports where it's first score or most points at the end where you don't need to explain it really. All right, first down the 25-yard line. Again, everything untimed except for the play clock. 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Takes the snap. It's Arch Manning in for the first time today. Going to run it down to the 20-yard line. Arch Manning for the first time today coming in. Wasn't a benching. Just he will sometimes come in on those QB option plays. We saw that last week against A&M. For those wondering, he had 3 carries, 14 yards on a touchdown in that one. Had a 15-yard touchdown run in that game. So for those wondering, just a package play. NFL implement these rules. You know I'm not opposed. But it's going to be further back because these kickers are too automatic. Ewers in the game. 2nd and 5. Play action. Flat's not there. Second read. Incomplete. Looking for Blue, who was in the flat. Wasn't there and then just threw it away. 3rd and 5. Yeah, for fantasy. Oh, it'd be terrible for fantasy. Are you kidding me? Be terrible. Again, we have 100 people in the chat right now. If you like what we see, links to the channel, tell me you should get a question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. The beauty of going second, you know what you need to do. Georgia, if they're going to stop, they'll know exactly what they need. 3rd and 5, slam pass. Caught. Gain of 6. It's Wingo. Again, was he going to step up after the injury to Bond? Didn't on the last drive. Almost fumbled the game away. But makes that grab. Georgia calls timeout. They'll have none left for this OT period. You get 1 timeout for each OT. Not crazy about that rule because 3rd overtime beyond it gets kind of chaotic. And call timeout for everything. A slam pass there, Wingo. Not a lot of separation. Probably could have been PI too. It's wrapped around. Even though tight coverage by Everett, Wingo able to hold on to the football. The true freshman wideout. Again, SEC Championship on right now. Big Ten we're going to do whenever this is done. I have no clue when this is going to be done. But we'll find out. Yeah, this is where it's what the playoffs will be. We get more games like this, I'm in. I'm in. 1st and 10, ball at the 14-yard line. I don't know why my scorebook says that. There we go, 1st and 10. Yep, I got it. I got it. Play action. Quinn looking. End zone shot. Corner route. Too much on it. Incomplete. Everett on the coverage. Brings up 2nd and 10. Hensley leaves 2-1 for 20. Okay. Looking there for Matthew Golden. And no Bond the rest of the way, it looks like. You're just joining us this game over on ABC. The first SEC championship on ABC. It's been a pretty good one. 2nd and 10. 2 of the bottom, 1 at the top. Ewers looking. They're going to send 5. End zone shot. Has a step. Can't track it in time. DeAndre Moore. The only touchdown of the game for Texas. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. They delay Penn State, Oregon start time? I don't know. I don't know if they will. That's so. The ACC they might. ACC they would because that game's on ABC, same network. Big Ten, I'm not sure they would. I'm not sure they would. 3rd and 10. 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top, including the tight end, Gunnar Helm, lined up as a receiver. Georgia's got 6 in the box. 8 on the play clock. Texas has to call timeout. They're confused. They'll have none left. How does this work? What do you mean, in terms of overtime? How does OT work? Well, OT works where each team gets 1 possession. Highest score at the end wins. If not, we go double overtime. Same rules, but if you score a touchdown, you got to go for 2. And then 3rd OT, if it's still tied, we just alternate 2-point conversions. All these teams are trash, but UConn in the playoff. Let the Huskies in, you cowards. Let the Huskies in. Put the wrong dogs in the playoff. 3rd and 10. Neither team with any timeouts for the remainder of the first overtime period. Again, everything resets after 1 OT. Texas loses, you're pretty much guaranteed where Penn State, Oregon is going to be number 1. Yep. Yep, pretty much guaranteed. Pretty much guaranteed. 3rd down. 3 of the ball, 1 at the top. Ewers takes a snap. They send 5. Ewers dumps off to his running back. Caught, can't break a tackle, loses a yard. Weiser going nowhere. Brought down by Bolden, who's back after getting hurt. 4th and 11, going to try a 33-yard field goal for Auburn, who's money inside 40. This one inside 40. Hit the game tire from 37 to get us to this point. Right, it's not 1 score done. Bird Auburn. From the right hash mark where we struggled today. This one, it's good. Wasn't the prettiest kick. He took a few of those wide left today, but 19-16. Georgia with a chance to answer. NFL team with the worst set for college football overtime? Oh, Jaguars, by far. Our goal line offense is crap. So Georgia gets a chance to answer here. Can they punch their ticket to the quarterfinals? They don't run the ball at all at OT on that next sequence. They have trouble running the ball this whole game. Yeah, I do like the college overtime rules. I do like these rules. The NFL OT rules, not crazy about. Not crazy about the NFL OT rules. But I get why they do it like that, because it would be way too chaotic. Choose to go for on 4th down in college OT. Okay, where's the team get the ball? 25. You get the ball to 25 regardless. The only thing is you get the ball to 25. The only exception is if you get a pick 6 or a fumble recovery for a touchdown. In that case, game's over. If like Georgia were to score on that play, it would have been game over. 1st down. Fakes the toss. In the flat is Delp. The tight end breaks the tackle to the 20. Delp down to the 17. 2nd and 2. Georgia, again, coming off an 8 overtime game. Texas's only loss this season was to Georgia. We're to avenge that here. A much closer outing than the last time, to say the least. 2nd and 1. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Stockton, looking, screen pass. No blockers there. Loss of 2. Ball up at the 18-yard line. Love it. Who's been held in check this whole game. Leads the team with 53 receptions, but he's done nothing today. No rhythm whatsoever. Brings up 3rd and 3. Not running it on either of their first 2 plays with their backup quarterback. I'm going to close the poll here. I totally forgot to do that. I don't know why I saw the playoff and not the playoffs. 3rd and 3. Because technically bowl games are playoff games. In the flat, Delp needs 3, gets 3, trucks ahead to the 15-yard line. Yeah, I guess because it's the playoff and not the playoffs, because there are other playoff games technically, because bowl games are technically postseason games. That was Super Bowl 51, the new rules. No, nothing was stopping the Pats. They had all the momentum on their side. Nothing was stopping them. Trucked over Trey Moore to get the first at the 15-yard line. It doesn't matter if they're impressed with the clubs or not, because they're both in the playoff. And one of them's getting a bye. That's not the issue here. 2 at the bottom. The give. Looking for some space. Trying to bounce outside. ETN gets down to the 13 or 12-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8. Yeah, they don't want games waiting to the 4 o'clock. That's exactly why. They don't want games taking forever. A good block there to maybe get some space. Tate Ratledge. But I don't have to do anything with it. 2nd and 8. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Empty set. 2 at the bottom, I should say. Stockton, QB draw. Stockton to the 5. Takes a shot. Potential targeting there. That would be huge. He's going to be ejected and suspended for the first half of the playoff game. Stockton lost his helmet. He'll have to come out for a play. He'll have to come out for one play. Took a shot on that one. And yeah, that's going to be targeting. He led with the crown. Hit him in the helmet. That will stand as targeting. Move it to the 2. That should be targeting. And that will be a suspension for the first half of the playoff game. UFL overtime rules, it's 3 2-point conversions. Stockton's okay, which is good to see. They're going to review this. I think that was targeting on Makuba. That'd be a big loss too. Makuba's had a pretty solid game. That was a shot on that one. Was trying to lead with the shoulder, but got him in the head. He got him helmet first. And again, if that is targeting, he's out for the playoff first half. This is close. The ASU one earlier today was pretty clear cut. This one, a bit closer. I think it is targeting, though. Definitely got him in the helmet first. But he lead with the shoulder. There is no foul for targeting. Call reversed. So Makuba gets to stay in. It's still a first down because he ran for it. And Beck is coming for a play. Oh, wait. Wait, Beck is in. Wait, Beck is in. Beck's taking a step again. He has to. Stockton has to be out for one play. He has to be out for one play. Beck is coming in. You figure this is just a run. Beck is coming in. Injured and all. He's coming in to just hand the ball off here. There's no way he's throwing. But you have to come out for one play. You lose your helmet, you come up for a play. So Beck has to come in the game. He's just going to hand the ball off here. There's no way he's throwing. Remember what I said about having Beck just come in for one play, hand the ball off? Look at that. Look at that. Delp in motion. There is no way. They're just handing the ball off. And ETN calls game! Second touchdown of the game for ETN. Georgia, you got yourself a top 4 seed. Trevor Etienne. 12 months ago, he was Georgia's biggest rival. Now, he clinches them the SEC championship, and the Dogs will be going to the quarterfinals. For the second straight week, they win in OT. Texas awaits their fate in terms of what seed they'll drop to. They'll host a playoff game. Beck comes in for one play, gives it to Etienne, and Etienne scores his second touchdown of the day. Georgia does it. 22-19, your final. Texas, I think they were 6, unless Oregon loses, and they were 7. Atlanta going crazy. Georgia completes a sweep on Texas, and this might not be the last time these teams meet. We might see the game part 3. And if this game part 2 was any indication, ready for the rematch. But we'll see. Georgia going to the quarterfinals. They'll clinch a seed. They'll clinch a spot. And with that, I'm going to flip over to the Oregon-Penn State game. So, click that link above. Make sure you go to that game. And I'll see you right in like 2 minutes. We'll do this game, and we'll go from there. Appreciate you guys. Join me for the Oregon-Penn State stream. Click that link above, and we'll do that. Final score, Georgia 22, Texas 19. The Dogs going dancing.